I'm right here, boss man. I got this, yeah. I'm right here, boss man. I got this, yeah. I'm right here, boss man. I got this, yeah.
What's up, Hammer?
I'm right here, boss man. I got this, yeah.
Hosted by Nichols State Veterans Organization. We are here live at the Warren J. Harang Jr. Municipal Auditorium, and this is the Caged Warrior Championship 38, presented by In Your Face Productions. We'd like to give special thanks to our sponsors tonight to help making this all possible. We'd like to thank AMO Trial Lawyers, Elite Services, Hampton Hotel and Suites, Nichols State Veterans Organization, Sean Elliott, American Whiskey, and the Cajun Ninja. We also like to thank the Louisiana State Boxing and Wrestling Commission, our commissioner in charge, Ricky Norris, chairman in charge, Ronald Rance, and our deputy in charge, Christopher Dupree. We've got a night of some incredible amateur and professional fights for you all tonight. I am your ring announcer, Joe Souza. And when the bell rings, our judges and referees in charge rotating tonight are going to be David Short, Pat Dayton, Myron Gode, and Robbie Sherman. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready. Are you ready to kick off tonight with our first match? Let's hear some noise out there. We're going to kick off tonight with some exhibition fights. Starting it off tonight, grappling exhibition. We're calling into the cage tonight Bro Corville. Bro Corville. Once again, this is a grappling exhibition match. Is set for a 1 5-minute round.
That's weird.
We're calling out Bro Corville.
My voice.
It's coming up on here, Mike.
Yeah, I'm seeing the equalizer go, but I'm not seeing. I'm dead in the ears. All right, I'm gonna run back there. If it starts going, just carry us. I'll be back.
And now calling in the red corner, we have Ben Hebert.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if you can hear me right now, but if you can, welcome to CWC 38. And we have got a stacked card tonight. On his way to the cage right now is one Ben Hebert from Thibodaux, Louisiana. At 21 years old, Ben is stepping into this very first grappling match here at CWC 38. Ben trains out of Next Generation Martial Arts, a camp known for producing tough and technical jiu-jitsu fighters. Now, it should be known that Ben does not have a nickname, but when I sat down and talked with him earlier, I couldn't help but notice he's got that youthful look to him. I honestly thought he was a teenager. I even told him he might end up with the name Babyface Killer. He's been doing training for about 2 years now.
In the blue corner,
and he's
we have
right
Bro
on the edge of earning his blue
Corville.
belt.
And in the red corner, we have Ben Hebert.
Well, Jason, here we are
This is
again
a
at
1
CWC
5-minute
38, man. It's great to be
round
back with you.
grappling
What you been up
exhibition
to?
match.
Oh, brother, everything and anything.
All right, we're off to our first match straight away. Apologize if we didn't get you guys straight away, but we got everything sorted out here in the booth, and we got a great night of fights lined up for you. Literally a stacked card.
Yeah, this might be the card of the year.
I think so.
Certainly might be the best card you and I have ever called.
And we got, oh, here we go. We touched hands, and we got our first grappling match underway. Oh, quick shot for the single. Nice sit out. A lot of action right off the bat.
Well, I know this kid said he was all about applying pressure, which is Ben. Looks like he's got a guillotine right now.
Yeah, arms in, and he's against the fence, so it might be a little hard for him to extend it, but he is moving away from the pressure.
That might not be the smartest move there by Bo.
Yeah, it could burn out his arms, you thinking?
Well, Bo's on top right now, and
I see.
like you said, he could have probably utilized the cage a little bit there.
I wouldn't have let it spin away, that's for sure. But he's looking to use the opportunity to pass.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing by moving to his side.
Get out of that half guard. He has a Von Flue choke opportunity if he doesn't let go of the guillotine. Oh, nice pass. Nice little knee slide right through the middle.
Yeah, he looks very tight with his jiu-jitsu here. That's impressive how on him he is.
Oh, there's an arm
Look
bar.
at
It's
this.
under the
Wow.
armpit, too. That's a dangerous arm bar. Hope the referee's
Oh,
watching
it is
that.
over.
Oh, that was quick.
Man, Bo Corville, my goodness.
That might be one to watch, don't you think?
So I guess with this grappling match here, that there's points.
Yeah, so a lot of time when they're doing these grappling matches, and I really do like this, is they'll do a time. And that way, it's not over with the first submission. So we really want these young men to get experience and get an opportunity to go out there and get the jitters out and carry this on for later in the career. So one submission, it's not over. They're back in there. They're going again.
Yeah, and because of that, you know, Ben's given an opportunity to kind of come back in this, but once again, he is submitted, and it looks like there was a heel hook.
Yeah, it looked that way.
Well, I tell you what, this kid, Bo Corville, he is impressive.
Yeah.
I wish I would have had the opportunity to interview him, you know, but sometimes these grappling guys, they don't necessarily show up to the weigh-ins.
That's right. Oh, right to
away.
the back.
Right away. Wow.
But again, even then, this is a great experience. It gives Atkins the opportunity to get out in front of a crowd, shake out the jitters, and even in a situation like this where you might be down a few submissions, you're going to learn a lot.
Yeah, it looks like Ben's doing a good job here trying to control one hand.
Trying to get his shoulders to the ground. Looking for another armbar.
Oh, he got it, huh?
Come on, ref. Let's look for the tap.
Tap.
That's not, yeah, there we go. Sometimes the pride gets in the way on the third one there. Not super quick to tap, but.
Yeah, he goes going in for a single leg now. Looks like both guys are getting a little tired here. But, you know, I'd say for Bo here, you know, he kind of has the advantage. He's got 3 submissions already. And
Hunting the Kimura right here.
Yeah.
Oh, again with the armbar. Ooh, belly down, dangerous. All right, good.
make that 4.
Good
wow.
tap.
Well, you know, look, Ben is actually a white belt in jiu-jitsu. You know,
Okay.
I'm not sure what Bo is, but, you know, this is impressive, I think, for someone to step up as a white belt and, you know, take on a very, very tough opponent here, you know, under these lights, you know. So
Of course.
I think this is going to actually be really great for him in the long term of things.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
you're only going to learn from something like this.
Deep on that single again. You see him look to pull that leg out, scoot him against the cage, and bring him down again. There you go. He's got the foot off the ground.
Looks like Ben's going to try to go for a little something here.
Got a little Kimura grip.
He's got a good opportunity to take the back right here, Mike.
That's a
and
much
that's what he's
better
doing.
choice. Excellent job. Good call.
Yeah. He did say in his interview that he, you know, his specialty is the rear naked choke. So we'll see what he does from here.
At this point, I'd look to be slowing down this match a little bit, keep some control, keep that top position.
You know, Bo's doing a great job of just staying tight right here. You know, he's keeping elbows to knees. You know.
No, there we go.
Oh yeah, there he goes. He's going for it.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
All right.
Look at that. Go ahead, Ben.
A
huh?
little pop from the crowd for that.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, he's going to get somebody very tough, and he was able to get one of his own.
That's right. He did say that was his best position. Back to the back again. There's a hook, but he's going to wind up on the bottom this time probably. Oh, nope. There we go. Back to mount. Maybe Ben's getting the jitters out a little bit.
Oh,
A little S mount. Might be looking for his own armbar.
Yeah.
Short time. And there he goes. Spins for the armbar. Trying to break that spiderweb position. Working against the lock. Oh, is he going to make it?
Oh, he just missed it, huh?
Almost. But that's the way to
Yeah.
end the match. Good for him.
Look,
Good
you know
comeback,
what?
man.
I think just about anybody could just feel deflated and be like, all right, it is what it is, and
That's
kind of
right.
give up. And we did not see that from Ben. He
Not at all.
kept fighting, you know, so kudos to him. But
Got one of his own.
congratulations to
and-
Bo.
Absolutely. Bo looked really slick. How about that? How tight was that jiu-jitsu?
Wow, yeah, yeah. I mean, let's be honest, you know, true jiu-jitsu matches, it's over after the first
That's
submission.
right. That's
So,
right.
you know, that's all he needed to accomplish there.
All right, good first showing in the stat card
All
tonight.
right, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for our fighters out there tonight. This was an incredible first exhibition right here. Give it up for these two guys. And the winner tonight with the most submissions goes to Bo Corville.
Well, there we go, Bo Corville, your winner, ladies and gentlemen, for the first fight of the night here at CWC 38.
So one thing I really like about this card tonight, Jason, is we got some local heroes.
All right,
on.
ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our
see Rance
second
Ward, Paul
exhibition
Hagel,
match
Ty
of this
Smith.
evening.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, look at that main event.
This is
Joe
another
Burkowski,
grappling
come on.
exhibition
Guess I need to come
match.
close for
Second pro
you,
fight.
huh? Yeah.
Oh, this
We're
guy
calling
in here,
out-
like we know each other.
Jacob
Yeah, this is exciting, man. And this
Costin,
card
to
is
the
like
cage.
super stacked. And
Jacob
what's
Costin.
crazy is I looked at this card, and there's not even one female on this card. So just imagine how more exciting it would be, because we already know those ladies bring it.
I'll tell you, that's the only thing this card is lacking is some of the female fighters, because those are some of those exciting fights, aren't they?
Yes, indeed.
So who we got coming up, Jason?
All right, let's see here. That's a good question, Mike. I guess I was so
Do we not
excited
have
talking
these
about the
guys?
card. I'm not sure who's walking out, but I know one of them fighting on this next card is Ethan Foray.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just kind of learned about Ethan Foray, and what I can tell you about Ethan Foray is he's actually, believe it or not, competing for the second time today.
Was he at the Warriors of Hope this
All right,
morning?
call it
Correct.
out
Yeah,
next.
this morning
We
he stepped
are
into
looking
the
for Ethan
stepped into
Foray.
the match
Ethan Foray
at
to
the
the
Warriors Hill
cage.
tournament, which is a nonprofit ran by Derek Bro, head instructor at Blacklist Martial Arts. Ethan showed exactly what he's capable of. As a white belt, he stormed through the division, taking home the gold.
Come on.
Then refusing to stop there, he stepped up into the blue belt division and faced tougher competition and still got bronze.
I heard one of those blue belts he fought against was 350 pounds.
Oh my God.
That's word on the street, at least.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, so make no mistakes, man. Ethan comes into this match already tested, already warmed up, and more than ready to put on another performance.
Okay, I actually know Ethan. He's out of Extreme MMA. I've actually trained with him
All
before.
right, ladies
Yeah, there
and
he is
gentlemen,
right
in the
there,
blue
and you can
corner,
see
we
the
have
mark on his
Jacob
nose.
Costin.
He's nice
Yeah.
and fresh.
In the red corner,
This is a
Ethan
really
Foray.
tough, hardworking kid. A lot of times
This
I'll see him
match
do
is
the
set for
kickboxing
one
class in
5-minute
Extreme,
round.
then jump right into the jiu-jitsu class. So he definitely puts his work in.
Man, I would just wish I had those genetics.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. That
Just to
stamina,
just do
that youth,
yeah.
those genetics, all that. All right, we're squared up. Let's get it started. A little bit of hand fighting to start. Oh, we're in deep on a single.
Oh,
Trying
Ethan's
to
going for the
fight good,
guillotine.
strong hips as he goes to the guillotine.
It looked like it was kind of tight, too. I'm surprised he let that go.
Yeah.
He obviously felt something we don't see.
Almost with the hip toss. Good balance, good recovery by Ethan. Jeff, good job. A little tighter than that. He might have got him over. Looking to get for that front headlock. Oh, and there's the toss.
Yes, yes.
Ethan lands in half guard.
Some beautiful judo there, huh?
Yeah, you can tell I'm looking for that a little bit earlier, huh? And now to full guard for Ethan.
Sounds like we got a comedian in the crowd
Well, there's
tonight,
always
huh?
one, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing you don't hear about the people that really train. A lot of the fighters and a lot of the martial artists and a lot of family members who actually participate here because they know how hard it actually is.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny because it's the first time I've been here and heard a goofball like that.
weird,
You know,
yeah.
in the crowd. Like,
That's the one thing about these things. Usually you got a lot of very respectful, very, very good
Yeah.
folks. So, but you know, it only takes one.
yeah, it is.
Look at the pass. He's still got that knee in there just a little bit, trying to hold Jacob off. And there's the full guard and the north-south. Oh, good recovery by Ethan.
Yeah, this seems to be a little bit more of a competitive exchange here, you know, compared to, I guess, our first match.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are probably, you know, on the same playing field.
I mean, Jacob's doing a good job from the top attacking, but Ethan's really defending himself. He's got a slick guard. He's getting those knees in there. I thought we might say, oh, there we go. Might have a little back take here. So the thing about defense is a little different than a jiu-jitsu class when you're on an open mat. Jacob got his underhook, defending that takedown. Now we're back to the neutral position. He missed the leg trip, but he still got the takedown. We don't know anything about Jacob's background, do we? Because he definitely seems to have some sort of judo experience.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, I mean, he's gotten a few of those hip tosses so far, and you know, and he's definitely strong on the top position. You know,
Yeah.
what comes from strong hips in order to do that.
Great. He's looking for a Kimura or maybe a sit-over sweep. Oh,
Oh,
sitting
look,
back from
it is.
Kimura.
It's
There he is. He could turn this into a sweep, possibly. Trying to swing around, look for the arm bar, but Jacob's head's buried really nicely. No space at all. Trying to spin to the back, but he's up high. Maybe an arm bar attempt or a reverse triangle. defense by Jacob. He's still on that Kimura. He's still got a bite on that Kimura, though.
Yeah, and with this no gi, you have to grab your own arm. You don't have the long gi there to grab and hold on to make sure that your arm doesn't slip out.
That's right. That's one of the great thing about that Kimura grip, or that key lock grip, or that catch wrestling style. It is one of the more secure ways you can hold on to somebody. Nice spin in the back. One hook in. Ethan the Smart goes to the back before he goes to his back before he gives up his own.
Yeah, he turned it.
Might
just
have a head
the
and
right
arm
time.
choke here. Nice knee slice pass. A lot of pressure on Ethan's head here. He's a little bit too high, I think, to make the choke, but it's definitely uncomfortable.
For sure, and Jacob's got his foot planted right on the side of the ring there, so he's able to use that leverage.
You can spin to the side. There is a possible back take here for, too late, mount.
Full mount.
Full mount by Jacob. Looks like he might be sliding that knee up high to isolate the arm. Nice high mount. He is very flexible.
Yeah, that's frustrating for Jacob,
Like you have a high mount like that, he's got still have to fight the legs off.
Yeah.
Look at the key lock. Nice Americana attempt. Elbows are nice and tight. Again, with those legs thrown up into the armpits. Jacob got tired of dealing with that. Covers, back to side control. All right, short time, but definitely a bit of a dominant position by Jacob, but Ethan did a great job defending himself.
Yeah, I'd probably give this one to Jacob. He definitely controlled more of the match.
Yeah, basically what comes down to when you have top position and control like that, but he never really got or established a good attacking position because Ethan was always moving, always trying to get his knees in, get on his side, or threatening with those legs from the back. So it was very hard to pin him down. But yeah, I would agree. I'd have to say Jacob on top position and control.
Yeah, but give it up to Ethan, though, man. To compete in two different divisions this morning,
that, right?
and then come out to the cage here at CWC.
Make a good account of himself. You wouldn't think he trained. He went through that this morning. He looked fresh. Look, he looks fresh now.
Dude, I don't know about you, Mike, but after a competition, I want to chill for a few days.
Jacob did great, but he looks more tired than Ethan. Ethan like the second competition of the day. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ethan will be ready to go. I hope nobody drops out because he'll fill in for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was breathing harder than that just now when I came upstairs on a hamburger.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our decision. Unanimous decision goes to the blue corner, Jacob Costin.
All right, well, bravo, Jacob Costin.
That was a great fight. Great fight, guys.
Yeah, look at him lifting Ethan's hand there. Yeah. I wonder if he knows that Ethan competed this morning. Yeah.
Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. Nickel State Veterans Organization, AMO Trial Lawyers. Are you ready for the next match? Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise out there. Let's hear it. All right, this is a youth grappling match. We're looking for Zeth Nakhan. Zeth Nakhan to the cage.
Right here, Mike.
What do we have coming up, Jason?
We got a bunch of youth right here. Now making his way to the cage is Zeth Nakhan. At just 7 years old, Zeth is a well-disciplined student out of Next Generation Martial Arts, a gray and white belt with about a year and a half of training. When asked for a game plan, he kept it simple, just going to fight like I do in practice. Zeth is calm, focused, and ready. Look at that little man right there, huh?
Got a gi match as well. Old school, throwback. The Hoist Gracie of the UFC is coming to the cage with his gi on.
All right, we're calling out Ryder Guidry. Ryder Guidry.
And his opponent is actually his teammate.
Okay.
Ryder Guidry. At 7 years of age also, Ryder has dedicated a year and a half of his life to training and discipline over Next Generation Martial Arts. He's currently a proud white-yellow belt and stepping to the CWC cage for the very first time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is set for a 1 2-minute round.
This is going to be fun, man. I love these.
Look at the hands up. They're ready to go. I hope they know they're just grappling. right at it.
Wow. Right to that single leg. But the sprawl was really
It was
good
on
by Ryder.
point. Oh, back to the
Look at
double.
Zeth take him down.
And right to side control.
This is going to be different than what they do in practice. You know, I think they know something's on the line here.
Feeling the pressure and the lights and everybody cheering for him. Oh, we got a
There
back
he
take.
goes. Zeth got Ryder's back. Oh.
Non-stop action.
Yeah, Zeth does a great job of exploding in, but at the same time, Ryder does a good job of sprawling.
Look at sprawl, doesn't he? Throwing his hips back and heavy on his shoulders. But we do have side control. And Ryder to full mount. Oh, but a reversal. Kicks off the guard, stands right back up. Almost. Bulldog back to the ground, looking for a back take.
Ryder has the back right now. Up. Zeth swings him off and goes right back towards him again. This is fun, man. The little scrambles here. You know, this is the future right here.
It is the future. I like to drop to the single. Oh, nice takedown, and then springs right into side control.
And look
Look at his hips.
This is amazing. 7 years
great.
old.
Oh, and a big leap to mount.
Oh,
Can he hold it this time? Oh, there's the
Ryder
back
gives
take.
up his back.
Oh, straight back. Nice. Got one hook in. Where's the other? There's the other hook. That double unders on him. Oh, but look, he kicks his legs out of the hooks. Good job.
Zeth is definitely controlling this match right here.
Yep, looks like he's going to end on top as well. But
Yeah.
man, other than that, ton of exchanges. Great job, young man.
That is incredible. Dude, neither one of them look tired, huh?
Not even a little bit. Just relaxed, breathing through the nose. I didn't just do anything.
And we're looking at the replay here. You can see Zeth have those hips pinned down, side control. Look, he pushed him off with both feet there.
Even as he got up, he had the frame out in front of him. I mean, this is great jiu-jitsu. Still waiting on the decision. Judges might be having a hard time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Well, there we are, Mike.
Hey, look at us.
fighting out of the blue corner, unanimous decision goes to Zeth Nakhan.
There we go, Zeth. Great job, young man.
You know, and I guess, as at the ranks of what they're at, I believe Zeth's rank is a little higher than
You're right.
Ryder. So, ultimately, it looks good that he was able to look more accomplished.
Give it up for these two fighters, ladies and gentlemen.
There just as much as he did.
That was a great match there. That was great.
Definitely using his jiu-jitsu, using his technique, getting the scrambles going.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on to the next match.
That made the difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a youth MMA match. It's going to be set for 3 1.5-minute rounds.
All right, what we got coming next?
Right now, we're calling out to the cage, Xander Yu. Xander Yu.
Xander Hugh is the son, I believe, of Charles Hugh, who is a CWC veteran. We've seen him quite a few times fighting MMA in our cage.
Wow, okay. Well, what I know about Xander is he's from Pierre Part, Louisiana. He's been training for 2 years, and tonight makes his 4th youth MMA fight. So this young competitor brings a little experience with him to the cage. When I asked Xander about his best attribute, his answer was quick: my hands.
All right.
When I pushed for a prediction, he grinned and said, knockouts or something. I had to remind him, of course, there's no head strikes in youth MMA. You know, and with all the confidence in the world, he shot back and said, I know.
Come on, man.
And nonetheless, you
Like
know,
you weren't paying attention.
yeah, exactly. You know, with that kind of energy and confidence, at just 9 years old, you know, Xander is ready to put on a show here tonight.
Another thing he knows about Xander, he already had a little mark on his nose and his eye. So look, he already been in a fight. And apparently that was courtesy of his 3-year-old brother.
All right, calling out next.
So,
We're looking
he
for
fought his way to the cage.
Dallas Piku.
That's great. All right, let's see here. Dallas Pico is now making his way to the cage, representing Houma, Louisiana, and fighting out of Team Extreme. This young warrior is just 10 years old and making his youth MMA debut as well. He's been training for 5 years already, and while he admits he feels a little nervous, he's just as excited to step under these lights. When I spoke with him, he was calm and collected, you know, super chill for his age. However, that could have been his nerves talking at the same time. As for the fight, he kept it simple. I'll let it go where it goes. Tonight, Houma's own steps into the cage for the very first time, looking to kick off his journey in youth mixed martial arts.
Training 5 years already.
5 years, man, half his life.
Half his life. Oh, my goodness.
Half his life. I mean, you
Wow.
know, come next year, he'll be training more than half his life.
Yeah, that's the great thing about this sport now. We saw, I mean, you and I saw a sport from the very beginning, you know, saw it evolve. But now we have these specialists. These kids, they didn't come from karate. They didn't come from boxing. They've been doing this from the beginning.
No doubt, man. No doubt. I mean,
We have
Yeah.
MMA fighters now from an early age. You can karate, jiu-jitsu, they do striking, but this kid's been training. He's in the cage. He's 10 years old. He's in the cage. It's incredible.
Yeah, I know. I can't. When I was 10 years old, that's when Hoist Gracie was fighting, you know, in the no holds barred tournament, you know. So, yeah, to see these kids doing this right now at their age, it's surreal, man. It gives me
You
the
were
free
10 years old for the first UFC?
All right,
Yeah, it was
ladies and
93.
I don't even
gentlemen,
want to
this
talk about
is
it. Yeah, I know it was
a
93. I don't want to talk
MMA
about it.
match, which means there will be no head strikes going on in this match. It is set for 3 1.5-minute rounds. And in the blue corner, we have Xander Yu. And in the red corner, Dallas Piku.
All right, here we go, man. A little first mixed martial arts fight of the night here, huh? Little touch of the gloves.
Tell you what, Xander looks all business.
Ooh.
Sidekick, huh?
Yeah, no doubt.
I know somebody with a Taekwondo pedigree appreciates that.
Absolutely. See, this is where we see the evolution of martial arts right here, Mike. You know, that first little jab sidekick you saw, you know, he quickly went into a grappling exchange, and now he gets the takedown, like, in the full mount.
It's actual mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
You're seeing all the disciplines, all the ranges combined seamlessly.
And
Oh, to
look
a-
at that,
to a
transition
guillotine.
guillotine.
This is a pretty high-level match for these young men. Really great.
I'm
Great
impressed
exchange.
so far, you know. I'm very impressed.
Nice counters to the counters. Still holding on to that guillotine, but I think he's a spin to the back. A little punch to the kidney.
Is that allowed in youth MMA?
I don't think anybody's gonna tell me different.
Yeah. Xander is the one with the colorful shorts, correct?
That's correct.
Right, yeah. So the other one's Dallas Piku.
Yes, sir.
And I must say, Dallas, you know, he looks to be the more experienced fighter here.
That he's really holding on to the guillotine. He wants. Oh, it's pretty deep now. It's hard with those gloves, but he's. It looks like he's only got the one side of it though, the one side of the neck. But he's got a lot of pressure on Xander's head.
Oh,
Did
he
we
tapped.
tap?
He
Yeah, I think
tapped.
we tapped.
Wow, way to go, Dallas Piku.
I'll tell you what, that is impressive because these gloves are really big on these young men, and to get in there and get a guillotine, to lock up the grip, to get the angle on it, that's a very technical feat.
I mean, not only that, this was this kid's debut. The other gentleman here, Xander, I believe, has done this, 5 times now?
And he
This
has
is his
a
fifth time?
boxing background as well, so I think he has more experience being in front of a crowd.
Wow. That was impressive. I mean, this kid,
He
he's
looks
pumped.
like he's just in the day in the office. He looks like he belongs in there, doesn't he?
Absolutely, man. And I could tell you, yesterday he seemed very timid, very nervous, but I guess he was just saving it all for that performance right there.
Let us fight and do the talking for him. Xander, you be back, son. That was a really good fight. It was a very technical exchange. At the end of the day, he just got caught, but made a good account of himself as well.
Yeah, you got to give him credit, man. I mean, I give both of these young
100%.
men. I say young men; they're just boys.
Yeah.
But there's so
All
much
right, ladies and
respect,
gentlemen.
you know, to do this.
Round 1, minute 27 into round 1 with the submission.
You can tell Dallas
Goes
is very
out to
happy with his
Dallas
performance.
Yeah.
Piku.
Oh, he's got the bug, huh? I bet we can see him again.
Yeah. Look, I
can see
am
it.
pumped to see that kid again. If that's your debut, you know, look out.
Make some
look at
noise,
this.
ladies and
Look at
gentlemen.
that.
Make some noise for Dallas Piku.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that was
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
I'll tell you
All
what. that was
right,
a great
ladies and
match for
gentlemen,
both
this
of
is
you,
going to
man.
be
Look forward to seeing
another
you both again.
YMMA featherweight
All right,
match.
so we're going to be moving on to another youth
We're
MMA
calling
match here. So,
Peterson.
let's do this, man. I'm excited.
Elijah Peterson to the cage.
All right, we got Elijah Peterson coming to the cage. And at just 17 years old, this young fighter out of Texas represents Wolf's Edge Combat Sports. The very gym is owned by his father, Mike.
Come on.
Yeah, in fact, Elijah has been on the mat since he was 4. Pretty
There
much
you go.
training off and on his entire life, you know? And, you know, tonight he looks to carry that family legacy forward. When asked if there's some extra pressure, you know, going into a fight under his father's banner, he admitted, you know, there's a little bit, but at the end of the day, no matter what, there's going to be one outcome. So I thought that was a pretty respectful answer, and you know,
mature as well.
Yeah, exactly. So Elijah has several jiu-jitsu bouts behind him, but tonight marks his youth MMA debut. While no head strikes are allowed at this level, don't be fooled. These young fighters will be throwing heavy to the body. One hard shot to the midsection makes knockouts all still possible. Peterson's game plan is clear. Feel out his opponent on the feet and then take the fight to the ground where he expects to finish. Elijah Wildfire Peterson is ready to ignite the cage and make a debut that is one to remember.
He's got a plan. He's got the haircut. He's ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go too, man. Let's do this. He's got some fire in his hair.
The young man, though, it sounds very mature. Sounds like a game plan. Sounds like, you know, obviously he's trained for this. He knows what he wants to accomplish. Let's see if he could actually put it in practice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, calling next to the cage,
That's a
Braden
serious color.
Verdan.
Now we got Braden Verdan walking out to the cage here, and unfortunately I did not get to speak with Braden, but I know that wasn't at my own fault. I did announce to all these guys yesterday at the weigh-in, come see me. So if he was there, which I'm not sure if he was or not, I know it's youth MMA. Yeah, you know, you didn't come see me, bro.
Let's see if Braden's who I think he is. If he is, it's he trains out of MMA Extreme, or Extreme MMA, I should say. And before I announce, let's see if it's who we're talking about. But if it is who I'm thinking about, very talented young man, and this is gonna be a really good match.
Well, I'm excited if you are correct, and I'm excited either way because
Yeah, gonna be a
you
good
know,
fight no matter
you know, these kids are 1 year shy of being an adult, so.
We're talking about Verdon. Let's throw it out to Justin Verdon. He does a great job with the matchmaking. So far, you see how evenly everybody's matched, how game everybody is. Nobody's in over their head, and they're delivering positive experiences and exciting fights and experiences that's just going to carry them forward further in their career and entertain all of us.
You're absolutely right, Mike. You know, this has evolved so much thanks to Justin Verdun. You know, it's not easy to keep the local MMA scene going in such small towns
That's
and
right.
cities, you know, and he's done that. You know, he's been able to
Done
get
it
a
for
few
decades.
sponsors here and there and keep it rolling, you know, so hopefully
Yeah, this
he can
is
keep
what I'm
doing
thinking
it.
about. So this is actually Justin Verdon's nephew, I believe. Lives on the mats. The kid's super talented. He's super dedicated, and about the nicest kid you're gonna meet. Super respectful, quiet, but talented. This is gonna be a really, really good match.
All right, well, Braden, please, you listen to this walkout right here. When you go back and watch this, come find me, man, because we want to talk about you before you step in there.
That's right, Brad. You know better, man. Come on. He's actually a really nice, shy, quiet kid, so he might have even seen you and ducked out.
Well, yeah, look, he's hugging Justin right there, man, getting him some words of encouragement. I
Awesome.
believe that is Justin, right? Or,
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, yeah, there he is. You know, very local, very renowned martial artist, Justin Verdun. I'll tell you what, I like the music he's coming out to.
Yeah,
It has
it's
a
inspiring.
very tribal vibe to it, you know, something that will hit you right in the soul.
I want to say he's a green belt in jiu-jitsu. Yeah, he's taught some of the kids' classes. Like, the kid lives on the mat. He's super talented, super dedicated. I will say he looks a little nervous. Is this his debut for MMA? I wonder. Well, I guess you would know. You didn't
unfortunately,
get
I don't have the.
We'll put that one back
yeah.
on you, Braden. I know I've seen him compete in jiu-jitsu, in grappling matches. I believe in CWC, actually. But I can't remember if I've seen him do an MMA match. Could be mistaken, though. Oh, a little local pop. Not surprising.
Well, both of these young men appear to be in tremendous shape, so, I'm sure we're going to see some high energy, some high output.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a featherweight match.
Let's go.
It is set for 3 2-minute rounds. First, fighting out of the blue corner, we have Elijah Peterson representing Wolves Edge Combat Sports out of Red Oak, Texas. This is Elijah
loaded corner. There's
Wildfire
Mr. Elsie, pretty much the custom model of boxing here in Homa. Got Chris Miller from Morgan State Jiu-Jitsu, and he's got Duncan, talented brown belt. He teaches Jiu-Jitsu at Extreme MMA, so he's got a stacked corner of coaches over there.
Yeah, that's Murderer's Row.
Right.
Clearly, he is the crowd favorite.
I'd say so. Calls for the touch at the beginning. I like the respect. I like the sportsmanship.
Here we go, a little Texas versus Louisiana.
And
huh?
we are on.
Immediately Elijah goes for the takedown.
Spoke too soon.
Oh, look, punches to the body.
Oh, they're digging.
Oh, man.
Rowing that boat. Oh, and he drops to the single.
Wow.
He was right in the mount. Strong hips from Braden.
That was beautiful.
It really was, wasn't it? Holding that mount. Looking to take his time, slow it down a little bit. Again, it's almost, right to an armbar, but it's almost hard to throw punches when you have that mount because you have such a little target and you don't want to hit the head.
Yeah, you're right, man. I think that's probably one of the most difficult things about the youth mixed martial arts matches is that they have to be mindful of that.
Good scramble by Elijah. He's in on the leg. Was looking for a knee bar, but Braden posted out of it and winds up back in side control.
A couple things you've already pointed out is like the padding is bigger, right? First of all,
is.
there's leg padding, foot padding. That's things that you don't have in traditional
Reverse triangle.
adult mixed martial arts fights. Oh, wow,
Problem
yeah.
is, too, they got it taped on, but this stuff moves around. It's not like what you're used to training with. It does make a difference.
That is a tight reverse triangle, Mike.
That is not pleasant. Even if it's not choking you, it's.
He
got
tapped.
it. He got
Wow.
it. Wow, that was impressive.
I tell you what,
That's
man.
hard to get out of.
Credit to Elijah Peterson here, man.
Yeah.
He was
was
kind
under the gun.
He was overwhelmed there with a bunch of punches. He was mounted. He just stayed in the fight and was able to pull off what he knows best is his ground game.
Yeah, and Braden was doing well. But when they feel those legs up around your head, if you get caught in that, it's very hard to get out. Especially like you're just saying with those shin pads and all that stuff, it makes it even tighter. In fact, if there's a submission that's better to do, it's a reverse triangle because of the shin pads. It's harder to do rear naked chokes and guillotines with the gloves, but when you put that extra girth of the shin pads into a reverse triangle or even a regular triangle, it's a problem.
Yeah. And the thing to consider too is, he threw an onslaught of punches, so he's probably winded at this point.
He did.
Now he's being, choked and having a hard time breathing.
Yeah. Another very technical match. Well done, young man. Well done, Elijah.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to come in and represent your dad's gym, bro, that's the way to do it, huh?
Way to do it. And Braden will be back. That's a talented young man as well.
Oh,
Sure, it didn't go the
absolutely.
way he wanted to go. He probably would like to have a little more time on the mat, but that is the sport. It's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, I tell you, man, whenever Elijah went in for that double leg and he turned immediately and got into mount, that was beautiful. I think we're about to see that right here. So he goes in and then
it
he
was
just
off a
uses
kick,
that
which was really
and
nice.
turns in.
Man, what a great counter.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that before.
Not at at a high level, maybe. That was really impressive. Well, Elijah kept us cool. It wasn't the end of the end. Took his time.
Yeah, look, I mean, and hey, this could be a different fight if there's strikes allowed to the head.
Well, that is absolutely true.
You know?
And you see right here, he tries to throw some punches, but it's hard. You got to scoot your hips back for the mount, which makes it a little bit harder to hold your mount.
Yeah.
Because now your weight's over his hips. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it seems like the same sport, but it's not. There are differences.
Correct. All right, well, here comes let's see, Devondre? Yes, Devondre Gillum. All right. Or as everyone else calls him, Dre, which is a whole lot easier for me. At 28 years old, Dre is stepping into his second kickboxing bout. His first fight was a close decision loss, but tonight he's going to bounce back and look forward to scrapping and hopefully pull off his first victory. In his own words, his striking tonight will be a little bit of everything. He also goes on to say this is kickboxing. If it's not the hands, it will be the feet. Dre is here to throw down.
I enjoy mixing it up like this. Have a little kickboxing, a little boxing bout, a little MMA. It's just it's one of the things I really like about the local shows, to see the different disciplines.
Yeah. You're definitely not bored by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it's really enjoyable. And it's something for, again, like you said, we're a smaller town, and to have such a successful show, that's the only way we can do it, by having multiple disciplines. Bringing the boxers, bringing the kickboxers, the grapplers, the MMA fighters. And it also gives our MMA fighters a chance to polish up specific skills under the big lights. All right, who we got coming up next?
Well, this is Kane Cooper. Once again, he's one of those fighters I did not get to speak with yesterday. But when I did talk to Dre, he told me that Cooper wasn't there yet. He was wondering if he was going to have a fight.
Oh, wow.
So, I don't know if Cooper couldn't make it to the weigh-in and then maybe weigh in later or what have you, but nonetheless, he's here to fight, and that's what I want to see.
Glad he's here. Glad he made it. I'm sure his opponent is as well. Nothing worse than putting in a whole camp, working hard, showing up for the show, and having your opponent not show up. So, Mr. Cooper, we're glad you made it.
All right, looks like we're going to have some size here in this
These
fight.
are like some heavyweights. I was just thinking the same thing.
We're going to have some big boys going
Shake
at
that
it.
cage.
Look at that man right there.
That's a big man right there.
Yeah, I don't want to stand across from that, Mike.
I bet them kicks and them punches are going to come a little bit hard.
I'm happy to sit right here and just call it.
Happy to sit here with you, brother. Best seat in the house.
Now, I know that I think coming up next is a gentleman named Riley Ferreira, and he was sitting next to Dre. So, and Riley actually fights out of Two Wolves MMA. So it was one thing I did not ask Devondre, and so I'm wondering if he also fights out of Two Wolves MMA.
We've definitely seen the gym here before, and they always make a great account of themselves, so I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, first fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 261.7 pounds.
I hope they got this cage together nice and tight.
Oh, it said representing Louisiana. Okay. I love it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. He has an OU tattoo on his arm.
251. Hope these boys are getting paid by the pound.
The door is closed. Here we go.
And we're off. Touch up the center of the ring.
Whoa.
Starts off with a nice high kick.
Yeah, Kane wasted no time heading for the head.
There's another one. That one touched him a little bit.
Oh!
That was a straight left hand right down the middle.
And since this is a kickboxing match, there will be at least a standing 8 count. Well, now if he can
We've
stand
got a
up.
knee. We've got a knee.
Yeah.
He's taking his time, which could be a... Using the cage to get up, which isn't a good sign. He's either hurt or very experienced and composed. Just taking the count before you stand up. Use that 8 seconds before you get up is not a bad idea. Get your senses, but...
It was a long 8 seconds,
It was a
Mike.
long 8 seconds. He needs to get a jab going. He needs to get his respect.
Yeah, Dre
I
knows
would
he's
use
got
those
some.
kicks. Oh, yeah, here we go. He's got to start punching right down the middle and punch hard because here comes Dre. Oh, good kick to the body. There's that left hand. That left hand can't miss.
Oh, he got him pinned against the cage here. He's just
There's a
teeing
little
off
bit
on him.
yeah.
The referee's taking a close look at this.
So Dre's squared up, which is actually hurting his power. He needs to take a step back. He sees he's got him hurt, but slow it down a little bit. Work off that jab and load that left hand again like he did, because that's a hard left hand that he throws. But he's got to hold it, but that was better.
Yeah, I think he might have heard you there because he certainly stepped back and took a breather.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're rowing that boat and your shoulders are square, you don't have the same power ability to connect or reach.
I don't know what this is for here. They're giving him a standing 8 count, but all he did was a turning back
he
kick
put
and he
himself
slipped.
down. Just wipe his gloves and put him back in.
Yeah, unless that's some kind of penalty and they're considering it a
He ended a
knockdown.
punch we didn't see, but I don't think so. All right, jab. You can't be still there. If you don't punch, Dre's gonna.
Good inside leg kick by Dre. Kane seems to have his wits back about him.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
hanging in there.
He's staying in there.
Might make the round. Dre might be taking a little break too. He threw a lot of punches.
Oh, a shot after the bell there.
Yeah, the ref's got to get in there though.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, I did not think we were going to see a second round, Mike,
Agree.
but yet here we are.
A lot of resiliency by Kane. Did a good job. I like that he took all the time in the count, whether that was by design or by luck. It was the way to do it. And then I think Dre got a little bit overzealous. I mean, it's nice when you land that power. It's intoxicating. But if he sits back and works off that jab, that left hand he has is a really solid left hand.
Absolutely.
And Kane's got to get busy. You got to make him respect you, start pumping it down the middle. And I would not lead with that high kick anymore. Set it up.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the one thing that Kane can hope for is that, he possibly weathered the storm,
That's right.
because, these are some bigger
Some big
boys here.
guys.
So, yeah.
And Dre did throw a lot of punches.
Yeah, and he may not necessarily come out as powerful as he is fresh.
Sure.
But, there's a whole minute here to rest up and get back in there. So let's see what he's made of.
All right, we've got a round 2, so I'm not mad at that. And here we go. All right, I like the Kane work off the jab a little bit with a low kick.
I think I'm going to see Kane throw a high kick here very soon.
He does enjoy it. There it is, kind of. All right, lay off those
Yeah.
energy-consuming spin kicks.
You're right.
Kane's going to work that jab. Dre's just finding that range again. You can see him just kind of stalking in. He's going to make these punches count now. Don't wait, Kane. You ain't going to like what you're waiting for.
Both fighters have slowed tremendously.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
But, like we said, these are some heavyweights. That's a lot to carry around. A lot of blood needs to be pumped.
That's for sure. They don't look physically exhausted, but definitely the measure has slowed. Best thing to do is start working off their jab. Doesn't take a lot of power to throw. Doesn't take a lot of energy to throw, and it'll set up some other things. You don't even have to think about what comes behind it. You'll just find the opening.
Yeah, I think Dre is just trying to time that perfect big shot now.
You're right.
Oh, that one got him. Oh. Oh, that's a
Stiff
knockdown.
jab. That'll be a knockdown. It was off the end of a punch. Kane's looking a little worn. Hands are up, though. Looks like he wants some more. Good for him. Fair play. He's back out there. I think Dre sees there might be some reward in working that body.
I think Kane has tried too hard to execute these big flashy moves. And, it's kind of worked against him here. See, once again, he's going for a very high kick.
I think with that, too, I mean, as being a high-level taekwondo practitioner like yourself, you know that they're easy to see. Unless you set it up, unless you hide it behind something, or unless you counter with it, you're going to have a hard time putting out where it needs to go.
Dude, you nailed it. I mean, yeah, you can't just throw these from far range and expect them to land against a high-caliber fighter. You have to set it up, or you have to counter something. And, he's just kind of throwing them out there. It takes a lot longer for a foot to go to the head versus the body or the leg, and these are big boys. So, he's got a lot of weight behind him. He could be going to those legs and trying to take off the underneath of a big guy like Devondre.
Yeah, definitely. And all he's doing, he's draining his own energy bar, and he's open for counters. When he's on one leg like that, he's got to be careful. If Dre was to cover some ground and throw that hard left hand, I mean, he could sit him down again. But I mean, those kicks are great kicks. They're valuable kicks. But it's got to be behind something. You got to put some bugs on the windshield, as Teddy Atlas would say.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to happen otherwise.
Set it up. You know?
Yeah.
Like, as beautiful as a high kick as he has, you know, if he had been chopping these legs this whole time.
Sell it down low, and
Yeah.
then, you know, look low, and then throw the kick high, sell it.
And Dre came out pretty quick there. Look, there he goes again, Mike. Just
Don't enjoy that back kick, though. That's a good overhand left. See, that's the problem, too. Especially that back kick, you're in a blind spot. So if Dre decides to cover the good distance, if he has the energy to do it, you're extremely vulnerable. And that's a kickbox. Can you imagine MMA?
Yeah. I'd love to see Kane throw some more leg kicks, man. Some leg kicks, stay to the body
Jab
for a
and leg
while.
kick, and he can make this a different fight, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. This whole round would be different.
Whole round would be different. And, you know, you can win fights other than knocking out people. I mean, there's a point system.
Yeah, you know, look, Chael Sonnen had a great line. You know, he said, if you go for the knockout and you don't get it, don't expect to win the decision.
That's right. Mike Tyson says something similar. He says, you can't fight for a knockout and expect to win a decision. It's well accepted among the better pros. You only have so much output. I think the best knockouts come to you, though. If you're fighting to just strategically sound, if you're working behind your fundamentals, you're going to walk them onto a punch. You're going to find the kick.
Yeah.
You just can't force it a lot of the time if you're evenly matched with somebody.
I feel like the biggest shots I've ever landed were ones that I didn't even know were going to be big.
That's right. Kane's got a little busier. Oh, firing back from Dre. A little more competitive round, though.
Ooh, that was a tough one to the body.
Yeah, he definitely showed it.
Oh.
That just inspired Dre. Nothing says hit me like a grimace from a body shot.
10 seconds left. See if he can hang on.
Boy, Kane's showing the pain. Hey, good for him for making it through.
Yeah, look, I mean, he took a heavy hand out the gate.
That first left was a solid shot.
I mean, he was full on dropped, but, you know, he got back up, and he continued the fight all the way to the end. So, look, the kid's got a lot of heart.
A lot of heart.
I think he's going to learn a lot from this fight, and, you know, I'm sure we'll see him again.
I think he has tools. I think he's just, you know, he's trying to turn a screw with a hammer sometimes. He just needs to put his tools in a better sequence and be a little more strategic with them because he's got skills for sure.
Correct. Well, it looks like Devondre is going to get exactly what he wanted, his first win inside the cage. Like he said, man, he learned a lot from his first fight. He was going to switch up some things, and he brought it. As you can see here, man, he is just teeing off.
Let's give Dre some credit there, too, because you see in the mix of those punches, he's going to the body with that kick. He's mixed up. He's actually kickboxing.
Well,
that's
look
nice
at-
to see.
The other thing, too, is he gets a few shots off. He steps back, composes
right.
himself, goes back in there, you know.
So there's a lot of maturity. I mean, like you said, for his second fight, I think he brought a lot of growth into this one.
Well, look, even right there, you know, Kane showed the signs on his face. Something hurt him. And, you know, Dre did not just rush in completely. He threw another body shot, kind of composed himself. And then ultimately, he's getting his hand raised.
That's right. Well earned, Dre. Well earned.
We are already at an intermission.
Wow,
Mike.
we are flying by.
Wow. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we will take us a little break here. Both Mike and myself will probably, you know, get a quick rest break going on, and we'll be back to entertain you guys. But real quick here, we'd love to talk about these replays we got going on. As you can see, it's Devondre and Kane Cooper. You know, Kane stayed in there and fought hard, but ultimately, you know, Dre was the victor here tonight. He proved that he was a more advanced fighter, you know, poised himself, shot the leg kicks when needed, went to the body, threw the big overhand left, and just teed off when he got him pinned against the cage.
I think both fighters showed a lot of potential, and Kane as well. Like I said, he didn't use his tools at the best times to use them, but he has those tools, and he has heart, and he's stuck in there when he was under adversity. So that says a lot about the young man. Dre showed great composure, and he mixed his tools up well. And then even though he had that knockdown early, when it didn't happen for him, he stayed off the gas, he stayed professional, and he got the win. Tell you what I do want to know, though. Word on the street is you've been on a media blitz lately. What's going on with you?
Oh man, I don't even know anymore, Mike. You know, I did the Louisiana Food and Wine Festival on Lake Charles.
Awesome.
I cooked for the Raging Cajun season opener.
Come on.
You know, just yesterday I did a satellite media tour talking to 30 different news stations all around the country.
In one day?
In one day, man.
Wow.
Yeah, one day we did, you know, just a little, it was like 3-4 minute windows of each news station, you know, from Philadelphia to Los Angeles to Chicago. And those are all supposed to air on National Gumbo Day, which is October 12th.
And that's another question I have for you. We've had a little bit of cool weather. So what I want to know is, have you made the gumbo yet?
I did, but mainly because I had to have gumbo prepared for yesterday's satellite media tour.
The way I look at it is like Groundhog Day. You know my Punxsutawney Phil?
Oh,
it
yeah.
ain't fall until you make some gumbo.
Oh, yeah, you know, and typically when that first cold front comes through, the entire neighborhood smells like flour and oil.
That's right. That's right. Hey, brother, I'm a transplant here, but I've been here a while, and I love Louisiana, and I can't think of anybody better to represent us than you do, man. We're proud of you, and we appreciate you.
Well, I'm always grateful for how kind and generous you are with your words, Mike. And for me, I could not think of another person to do this with. So I always
Thank you,
thank
brother.
you, man.
Thank you. All right, guys, we're going to step out, and we will be back with more action at CWC 38. We're glad you're with us. We'll see you in a little bit.
My chipmunks, man. I got this, yo.
See you on the hot news, and I ain't leaving nothing. Linking me to the crime, not a print, not a hot news. Beating these down is what I came to do, and I ain't playing by a hot rule. Shaking you down if you ain't paying your dues. We passing up your block and ooh, my screws are loose. Don't call my hand, cause you gon' make me act a hot fool. Dead discussion, you will not win, cause I will not lose. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved. Can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you know? Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. E-double-L. I said so. I keep big bills up in my hood on the dirty like blood. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it. I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop up off four of your friends, man, please. This shit ain't cynical, man, no subliminal. I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, the mama claims she want a soldier, not the type be in the tank, but in that Rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it.
I'm right here, boss man. I got this, yeah.
For the game and all the that come with it. So full of focus, I'm insisting on keeping it going. The franchise, I exist in a league of my own. Expect attention, I'm familiar with being ignored. The true back, hated locking and closing the door. Brick wall in the road, I won't move. The king, I'm like Roy in the ring, I can't lose. Show the face of what compare to man. You wanna walk? Ain't hard to find, I holler back. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you came to get crunk, came to bring life, came to get it started, came to get it right. Turn down the music, turn up my mic. When will you I move when my heart say move. Feels like a lion, got nothing to prove. Stubborn as a hot mule. God in my corner, can't lose. Trying to take me out my hot shoes. See how quick I drop up and get you the blues. They gon' see you on a hot news. And I ain't leaving nothing. Linking me to the crime, not a print, not a hot move. Beating these down is what I came to do, and I ain't playing by a hot move. Shaking you down if you ain't paying your dues. We passing up your block and ooh, my screws are loose. Don't call my hand, cause you gon' make me act a hot fool. Dead discussion, you will not win, cause I will not lose. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you came to get crunk, came to bring life, came to get it started, came to get it right. Turn down the music, turn up my mic. When will you Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the. cause young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. Look dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge. Take the door off your bins, pop up my four of your friends. Man, please, this shit ain't cynical. Man, on subliminal, I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, lil' mama claims she want a soldier. Not the type be in the tank, but in that Rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it.
I'm right here, boss man. I got this, yeah.
All right, everybody, we are back. Intermission is over. We're on to our next fight. We got Riley Fiera coming into the cage. Justin, do we know anything about Riley?
We do, Mike. We know a little bit about Riley. And what we know is Riley, he is fighting out of Texas by way of New York.
Wow.
Riley Ferreira is making his kickboxing debut here tonight representing Two Wolves MMA. Riley has been training for roughly 3 to 4 years and says he feels calm, focused, and ready. Where he feels most confident, though, he had one word: hands.
All right.
Riley chooses to not make any predictions about this match. He just plans to walk out to the center of the ring and see what happens.
Okay. Gonna be in a moment. It's a heavyweight bout as well. More big boys. Quite a few fighters from Two Wolves tonight. They have made a good accounting of themselves in the past, so it's good to see them coming out this way. We appreciate all the schools that come. I mean, we got guys coming from Texas, from Mississippi, all throughout Louisiana. It's really, the show would be possible without all the regional support that we get and all the talented fighters and the coaches and the gyms. So if you're out there training, you're not too far. We got CWCs coming up all the time. This is a great goal, something to get into, something to push for, and we got all disciplines. So again, we really appreciate you guys, and it's something to consider if you're into the arts.
That is correct, Mike. And now making his way to the ring is Joshua Boutwell. He may not have an official nickname just yet, Mike, but he has been tossing around a few ideas.
Well, he is a fortunate son, so what's he got?
Wait, is this Joshua Boutwell? I might be wrong here.
Oh, no, we got Mr. Wagley.
Oh, this is Preston Wagley.
Preston Wagley, that's who we got.
Yeah, you know what? I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is Preston Wagley. You know, sometimes I'm going through all these notes, I might have skipped ahead, but let me go ahead and get you that right here. Preston Wagley. Yeah, he hails from Natchez, Mississippi, and he represents Outlaw Kickboxing.
Okay, that's a good
In
one.
his own words, he said they got some dogs over there, Mike.
Come on now.
Yes, indeed. And tonight he steps in for an amateur kickboxing match at 205 pounds. Wagley's martial arts journey began at just 7 years old with Kempo Karate before expanding into Taekwondo, Muay Thai, and boxing.
All right.
Now 29 years old, he carries 2 full decades of experience into this fight. His greatest weapon is his kicks, and he's not shy about his intentions. He's hunting for a first-round knockout and promises nothing short of fireworks.
I like his walkout song as well, so let's do this.
Yes,
Welcome to the cage,
indeed.
sir. That's quite a bit of traditional martial arts experience to be making his debut this late.
Yeah, you're right, huh?
What do you say, 29?
Yeah, 29.
Wow.
I guess his kickboxing debut.
Maybe he has some other like Kempo and Taekwondo experience.
Great point.
Oh, he brought some locals with him. All right, let's get underway. And here we go.
This guy looks happy here, huh?
He does. He's excited to be here. A little quick. Again, he's leading with that high kick, but it's a little fast. And
Yeah,
there's no shin
yeah.
guards, which is nice.
I like Wagley's stancing and footwork. You know, he looks good.
Yeah. It's composed. He's in balance. Cut a little right hand there.
Yeah, I think, Preston's pretty chill here.
Yeah.
His hands are a little low, but,
But he's loose.
that relaxation will benefit him somewhat here in this fight.
Doesn't telegraph your punches as much, maybe.
Yeah. The funny thing about Preston here is, I'm sorry, Riley. But just before I interviewed him, I hadn't interviewed anybody, and he was kind of sitting off the side, and I told everybody to come see me right here, and he was like, nah. I guess these guys, they feel embarrassed to get interviewed. They don't feel like it's worth it, but
As tough as these guys are, and to get out in front of the cage and do what they do in front of everybody, getting an interview from a fighter is like herding a cat. It is just so hard to get these guys to come in and talk about themselves. And a lot of time I have to turn to their coaches, to their family. I was like, tell me something about yourself. This is your chance. This is your time. You've worked so hard to be here. But yeah, they put a lot on the line. It's hard to go out and really speak up about yourself. You can do your talking in the cage most of the time.
sure, but like you and I have said, we want to make this look and feel professional, and we do that by not showing the crowd right there, but the fight. And then
while the fight's going, at least.
And, we do that by, finding out about these fighters, and so that we can talk about them during their
We
match.
really do want to put you guys, any of you fighters out there listening, especially the ones that didn't come see Jason yesterday. We do this to put you guys over. We respect you. We respect the time you put in. And for some of you guys, you might only do this once or twice, and this is your moment. So we ain't here to make you look bad. We're here to put you over and here to celebrate you for what you're doing. Oh, I like the spinning back fist. I'll tell you what, Mr. Wagley, he's quick. His techniques are sharp. He's not putting out a lot of volume, but when he does throw something, it's technically correct and it's committed.
Yeah, and like I said, he seems to be very technical in his stancing, how he's moving in and out. He keeps his hands up, head down, chin down. I like the way he's fighting so far. I don't think either fighter has really landed anything that, kind of sets them apart in the scoring. But, overall, I thought, Wagley did look a little bit more polished there.
So, and it's a nice contrast of styles, because even then, Riley, even though he's not showing the exact same amount of polish, is very relaxed. He's very loose. He's very composed. And it's a nice contrast between the two. I think if we could pick up the output in the second round, we might actually see a pretty good fight here.
Well, Preston's up pretty quick there. He was sitting down, and he popped up just now. Looks like he's ready to go. Once again, Ferreira is dishing out that nice, loose energy. It's very interesting. He's got that big Showtime tattoo on the back. I don't know if that's a nickname he has. He didn't mention it, but, maybe it's his tribute to one Anthony Pettis. Nonetheless, it is a massive Showtime tattoo on his back.
Legend there, Anthony Pettis. He was actually at the UFC grappling tournament the other night.
No kidding.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him in a while. Didn't compete, but he was in the audience. Looking sharp as ever. All right, looks like we get a little more serious here. The range is closing a little bit. Guys are starting to move around a little bit. We might actually see some exchanges now. I think the feeling out's about done. Oh, we got a little low shot. I didn't really see it, but it must have maybe just clipped him.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Maybe we'll get a replay on that and see if we can make that out a bit. But, nonetheless, the referee did go ahead and stop it. I'm not sure if the referee saw that either. He looked a little bit taken back, but,
Yeah,
he
I thought
took
it was
the
on
fighter's
labor.
word for it, which isn't usually the case.
Yeah. If the referee doesn't see it, usually it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Give him the benefit of the doubt, though.
true that.
And the worst for wear.
Oh,
There's that
right
spinning
into
back
sternum.
kick again.
Back, yeah.
Popular kick tonight.
Yeah, we haven't seen one land yet, but
That's a kick, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't have the range a lot of your other kicks do. To really throw it, you got to have your hips behind it, a little more squared up. So you got to kind of step in with it or be closer or throw it off a counter. Throwing it from a distance like that, you're usually going to come up short and it's going to wind up spinning instead of going straight. And that's what we've seen a lot tonight.
well, certainly the way they're throwing it, but the way it's actually supposed to be thrown is if you're turning and throwing your foot completely straight out like
Yes.
a horse.
Yes.
It's almost like the equivalent of a side kick, but it's turning.
Big right hand.
You are right. I don't know what he's shaking his glove or shaking his head for, but he got caught and he dropped.
Yeah, he probably doesn't remember it, but it was a little bit of overwhelmed. It was just that the volume came and that right hand came over the top and landed flush. I don't know if Mr. Wagley's completely back with us yet. I would keep all the kids at home right now, I wouldn't be throwing anything too hard or too wide until you have your senses back and your feet under you. Work that jab, work your low kicks, maybe leave a little side kick.
Wow. Going for the spinning technique again. But yeah, you know what's interesting is that Riley didn't pounce on him. You know, he's kind of just laying back. I think he's probably happy with his knockdown there and, you know, plans to take him to the next round.
Technically, it should be a 10-8 round. So if he did give up the first round, he's up now.
Yeah. But, you know, getting back to the, you know, turning back kick, turning side kick, what have you, you know, someone who was really good at covering a lot of distance in that was actually Tan Lee.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know, and you know, he grew up in Taekwondo down here, and the way he would cover the distance is when he turned and execute the kick, he would also slide the foot that's on the ground. Yeah, and that's the way to get, you know, good distance in a kick like that.
But it's got to be a straight kick. It can't spin,
for sure.
And you can't misjudge your target. Because if you misjudge your target, you're going to wind up turning and spinning into it.
Yeah,
and
look, it's a high risk too to take in something like this.
It's almost better to throw it off a counter. If the person's coming forward, slip back or let them walk onto it. It's a little safer that way.
Right, yeah. And the beauty of that is you are still throwing it the same with the intentions of straightening your leg out. But once it connects, there will be that stop, but that force is still there.
It's the same as like walking somebody into a punch. You know, you bring them towards you, and when you connect, you have your power going forward, their power coming in you, and you have a lot more impact.
Correct. Well, Wagley opened up with a front kick here. Looks like he has his wits about him after having gotten dropped in the last round. Oh, look, Ferreira is on him.
I like the knee. I think Ferreira's stepping back a little bit. Oh, he just almost got a punch himself there. Ferreira's maintaining that punching distance really nice. He's not smothering himself. As Wagley comes forward, he backs up a little bit, gives himself room.
Did I see Ferreira just wind up his right hand? Like the old Muhammad Ali, huh?
He may have.
I don't know if he was just loosening up there, but it did look like that, and I kind of like it.
Yeah, why not? Let's get the crowd involved a little bit.
Oh! Speaking of counter, Mike.
I think Wagley needs to jump on him a little bit quicker than that. Oh, come on. Because Riley actually took a little stutter step there after taking that kick.
Man, this guy really wants to get his spin attack, but that's just not the one you go for after you rock your opponent like that.
He set the table. He needed to eat.
Yeah, off the front kick, he was able to land a beautiful high roundhouse.
Just how we tell you, set it up. He put it behind something.
Yeah, look, you know, good low kicks there, good right to the leg, and then you bring the knee up high.
Mm-hmm. And I believe it sounded like it was the foot hitting, but even then, the foot hitting is still a hard shot.
It smacked him.
I'd like to see him go low again like he's doing and then work his way back up. Set it up again.
Correct.
And mix up the roundhouse kicks and those front kicks because that way you could hide it when it goes high. Bring it up like a front kick, then turn it over like that question mark kick. I bet he could land it again.
Correct. He's got to make them low kicks hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
And sell it. Get him thinking about it. Get him respecting it. It was a good kick. It hurt him. It's a bit harder to score because Riley didn't go down from that kick. He wore it.
You're
He hurt him,
right.
but he wore it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily make it a 10-8 round.
No, not at all.
So technically we should have a 10-9, a 10-8, and a 10-9. So let's see what happens with that.
Yeah, I'm thinking Riley is going to walk away with the win here. But it was a really good showing by Preston there in the third round, you know.
Right.
I mean, and he was able to stay in the fight. He took some really big shots, and ultimately he stayed in there and got some of his own.
Mathematically, we could see a draw. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this one plays out. See what the judges
And
think.
there it is, a beautiful high kick. Look, he was rocked right there.
He was.
You know, the thing is, too, is I don't think Preston knew that he was rocked.
No, he fell back. I don't think he saw the reaction that he got from the kick.
You see him land the kick,
Oh,
and
it's on the
he
chin.
turns his head. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he didn't see what he got.
He didn't see what we saw.
Yeah.
You know? Imagine had he known, he'd have done something about it.
Yeah. Because to Riley's credit, he recovered very, very quickly, but he was stunned. It did its work.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shot, that's for sure.
All right, let's see what the judges think. Interesting.
Well, you know, that's what I thought, Mike. I thought Riley Ferreira was going to go ahead and take that win.
So would you say he got the first and second round?
I did. I thought he won
Yeah.
the second round too.
Second round for sure.
Yeah. Well, the first round, didn't he drop him or? I thought he got the knockdown in the first round. Maybe I'm wrong.
Was it the first round he got the knockdown?
I thought he did.
You could be right. You could be right. Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be the 10-8 round, and then he probably took the second, and
Yeah.
then probably lost the third off that head kick.
Right, for
I
sure.
agree. I think that makes sense. That was a good fight. It was fun. We were definitely into it.
Yeah, look, man, that was exciting.
Excited.
All right, man, the next one is a fun one.
What we got coming up next?
Well, you know, unfortunately, I didn't get to speak with Freddie Portillo,
Name sounds a little familiar. I wonder if we've had him before.
but I do know that he's got a game opponent in Evan Chabot.
For sure.
Yeah, you know, so, but this will be a kickboxing match.
Now, Evan, we
Hey.
have seen before, correct?
Yes, absolutely. We've
Yeah.
seen Evan. But right here is Eddie Portillo. I'm not sure if he was at the weigh-ins yesterday or not, but, you know, like I said, there was a moment where we got to speak to all the fighters. You know, Justin brought them all back off to the side. He asked me to come along. Once he was done saying what he had to say, he then said, "You got something to say?" And I was like, "Yes, please, guys. If I have not spoken with you, stay right here. Get an interview with me. This allows Mike and myself the ability to talk about you as you walk to the cage." You know, so look, you know, like I said, a lot of these guys, they come from far away. This is a local MMA promotion. This isn't some UFC. It takes a lot for these guys to do this.
That's right.
So I give him the utmost respect and what have you. But should he go back and watch this and know he was there for the weigh-in, I hope somebody tells him next time, come see one of us.
That's right.
Yeah, so we can, you know, we name drop their school they're out of, their hometown.
That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all coming out. We want to let people know about you.
Well, here we go, Mike. Back in the CWC cage for the third time is Evan Chabot. Evan fights out of Houma, Louisiana, and is here representing Extreme MMA. His first fight was an amateur MMA fight where he admits his emotions got the best of him. Nonetheless, he bounced back with a first-round guillotine finish in his second bout. Tonight, he makes his kickboxing debut, and he's expecting nothing less than a war. Finish or fight of the night was his own words.
Wow.
Yeah, that is what it is at
Setting the
stake
bar high.
here.
Setting the bar high.
And get this, his parrain, Dr. Jay LeBlanc, is ringside doctor tonight.
Oh, okay.
Talk about a full circle, huh?
All right, so we got another kickboxing event, if I'm correct.
Yeah, look at Evan there, man. He always comes in just ready to go.
Looks focused.
And you know, like I said, I know the DNA in him. It is a background of people who love to fight.
Okay.
Yeah. The fun thing about this one, Mike, you know, his first fight, Emotions got the best. He got submitted. Second fight, Emotions won again, but he got the submission. But this fight is only striking.
That's right. So Evan's out of Extreme MMA, I believe.
Correct.
I actually may have trained with him before, and I've seen him compete in jiu-jitsu, I want to say. And he's got all the heavy hitters in his corner. There's Jose over there. It's a great dude. He's got oh, yeah, he's got a great corner. Just saw Rance Ward walk by, one of our fighters later on. Well-known boxer, fought at ESPN. He's got a really great history. We're going to see him later tonight.
And, you know, Evan told me, he said the thing he heard about his opponent is that guy likes to come in and bang, man.
Oh,
So,
well, he's in the right place.
like I said, we'll see if Evan's prediction of what he would like to see in this fight happens. You know, which is either a knockout or fight of the night. So if
Hey,
that
I'm all
happens,
for it. Let's get it.
I can tell you who's going to win, Mike.
We are.
You and me are going to
You
win.
and I and this whole arena full of people. No doubt about it, sir. All right, good pop from the local crowd, from the local favorite.
Have we brought anyone to the center of the ring yet tonight?
I think we brought a few.
Okay,
I think
okay.
we have.
Yeah.
Different referee, though. We've had some other referees as well, so I mean, it might just be a referee style.
Here we go.
We got focus on Evan.
Inside leg kick by Portillo to start the fight. Oh, headshot by
Yeah.
Evan. Oh,
big
nice
left
hand.
hook. Evans landed straight. Patillo's in it, though.
He did tell me he worked on his composure for this, Mike. So
He looks very composed.
It looks like Evans got the range here, you know, which is
And
something.
he's using it.
Oh, man.
We all know that one.
That's an unfortunate
yeah.
shot there. You
I
can
don't
see,
think there's any missing that one.
Evan quickly was telling him, I'm sorry about that one, bro.
Yeah.
Portillo's going to try to shake this one off. But as I was saying, you know, he's having to overcome the range here. It looks like Evans definitely got the range on him.
He's using it, too. He's sitting back. His eyes are open. He's looking. He's finding that range.
Correct. And Portillo's taking a few big shots early, but, you know, of course, the biggest one he's taken is to the boys. But, you know, he's getting his wits about him here. It looks like he's still going to continue to fight, which is what we love to see, you know, coming out of fighters here at CWC is, you know, just that grit.
That's right.
We are back at it again.
Oh, nice one, too. Sticking that jab out nice and stiff. There's the right hand again.
Yeah, like you
and
said,
we're getting combinations.
he's doing a great job of using his range, like you said, you know.
I think Evans sees everything. Well, that stunned him. And look at him following up with the kick. That just came up short, but that would have been really nice.
He's staying composed here, but I
They
feel
see
like
him on the back foot.
he smells something, Mike.
Yeah, there's a little clip of the right hand. Portillo's back on his heels, and that's it's gonna be tough for him generating power of his own. He's definitely hurt. I like the fake.
Oh,
There's a good right hand.
big right
and a
hand.
left hook around the
Oh,
corner.
to the
There's
head.
the head kick. So good composure. He's not swinging for the fences. He's still looking. He's using his eyes. He's picking his shots. Still controlling his range. But he needs to get his wits to fire back, because if he just keeps standing here, it's only a matter of time for something lands.
Yeah, you know, like you said, finding that range is what's important here. Even when I seen him throw kicks, it's like he's missing. You know, at the end of the day, he should still have enough range to be able to land kicks.
Yeah. Oh, straight front kick there from Portillo. Oh, and there's that right hand again.
That was a slip.
Okay.
I guess because he held the leg. Can't you do that, though?
I looked at it as an ended punch to me, but I'm not the ref in there, so I probably would have called that a knockdown.
Well, we are going to see a second round here, Mike.
That was virtually a 10-8 round without a knockdown. That was a very dominant round for Evan.
Yeah, that was fun, man. You know, wow. You know, Evan came out here with some explosive strikes.
Yeah.
You know, Portillo, he's having a little tough time finding the range. He took an unfortunate shot below the belt, but he's in it, man. You know, he's still here.
If I was going to make any suggestion for the future for Portillo, especially when you got the range, move your head off the center line. You can't just let a guy walk you down, punch straight down the middle, because your head's going to be there all the time. As soon as Evan comes forward, he needs to move his head left or right and just make it a little bit harder for him to find that punch at the end, find his range at the end of your punch.
Yeah, as we can see right here, you know, Portillo's kind of squared up, you know.
Yeah.
Look at him, you know, he's...
If Evan punches straight, he's going to land.
Now, that was a beautiful front kick he
It
threw the
was.
face right there.
But Portillo, if you move his head off the center line with his jab or his own strikes, or even when he feels Evan coming forward, just shifts a little bit, it might help him not to take those shots straight on like he's taking them. All right, round number 2.
Portillo opens up with a big kick there, but completely misses. You know, the rule of
Yeah.
thumb is if a guy can punch you in the face, you can kick him.
That's right. He's got his hands nice and high, but
Nice leg kick. Ooh. Evan follows up with his own leg kick.
But basically, your hands high like that, that's just a goalpost, and people score touchdowns all the time. You got to move your head. You got to adjust your range. You can't just keep your hands up like that when you're under fire.
Nice headshot there.
Evan's definitely getting his way.
Yeah, he's pulling the will out of him, you know.
Nice knee to the body. You
Man.
can see that one coming.
That'll hurt you.
Oh, there's another one. Got a little blood coming out the nose of Portillo.
A good right hand there by Portillo. He's still fighting.
Oh,
another
that's a big
good
right
right
hand of his
hand.
own. Dug in for that one. Evan seems unfazed by it, though.
I don't know what that was there, but the referee's
I
going
think
to
that'll
quickly
be a
stand him
push.
up.
There's no punch there, so I think that's a fair call.
He is tired, though.
He is.
His
He got
body
one
language
fatigue that
says
put him
it.
down, probably.
I mean, he's had some big body shots and also some heavy leg kicks, man. That'll wear you out.
Yeah. He's fighting back some decent leg kicks of his own, but he's got to get on his bicycle. He just can't stand there at the end of his punches. It's only a matter of time for that happens.
Yeah, big right hand by Evan here. You know, he's doing a great job. Evans doing a great job of just kind of picking his shots.
And Evans moving his head pretty well when he gets fired back at.
Right. I guess you can hold the leg. I mean, we saw it right there.
I think it was only like for a second or so, but you gotta catch it and fire back right away.
Oh, it was a nice duck under there and punch to the body by Evan.
Yeah. Evans looking really sharp tonight.
Yeah, Portillo is tired, man. Nice little inside leg kick, though.
Evans still doing a great job of controlling the range.
Here we go. Headed to the final round with these two gentlemen.
Well, Evan looks like another fighter, man. He's so composed tonight. He's using his range so well, throwing great combinations, mixing it up, moving his head a little bit on defense. I like everything I'm seeing from him.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he is bringing it and at the same time staying composed.
Yeah.
You know, which is the hardest thing to find balance in.
That's right.
You know, because a lot of times, you know, especially when you feel like you might have the upper hand, you think, I just want to end this.
That success breeds effort. You know, you have success, you want to get in, you want to get more of it. But that's not always what you want to do. Measured output, you know, intelligent striking, and an educated attack. It pays off, you know, in the end. And let's give it to Portillo. I mean, Portillo's in there against a tough fighter. He's having a hard night, but he's not giving anything. He's still coming. He's doing the best he can. He's landed a few shots if he kicks of his own last round.
Yeah, Evans being well coached right there, you know, telling him to take some deep breaths.
Yeah.
Oh, Portillo's walking out to the ring, center of the ring there, man. He's ready to go.
Tough kid.
Yeah, he's got the blood on his nose, but he is not stopping. There's no quitting this kid.
They touch him up and run for round 3. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Well,
Turnabout's fair
the favor,
play.
huh? Yeah. One to the old plums. If anything, it's probably kind of good for both fighters just to get a little moment to breathe.
Yeah.
Look at that young man right there, huh?
Wearing the war paint.
Wow. You know, that's something that we don't really get to see from far away, but up close, man. Yeah, I think the crowd sees it too, and they're like, yeah, let's go.
Young man's a warrior. All right. I think Evan's ready to go again. And here we go. Just trying. Yeah, he's wants to
he
go.
said, come on.
He said, yeah, let's do this. Oh, him. Might call that a knockdown. That was off the other punch. All right, we're calling it a slip.
Evans, he's hyping him up now.
Oh, here we go.
Oh!
That's a hard shot. With a walk-off KO for Evans Chavo. Impressive.
Yes, indeed.
Isn't that what he said he was going to do?
I think he predicted that, Mike.
That's what he said he was going to do.
Can the camera look, bro?
What you got there?
I got the freeze on.
Freeze on. Look at
I
that.
got the chills right now, man.
And because it's cold in here.
Wow.
It's because it was cold in that cage.
Dude, that is insane, man.
Highlight reel knockout, walk off, knew he had it, felt the tuning fork in his elbow, and that was all she wrote.
Wait, are they going back at it here?
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
He spoke too soon.
I thought it was over.
I can't believe it's not. I guess in fairness, he beat the count. And he's fighting back. Oh, we made
He's
it
about
done.
to be, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to be knocked out too many times in one night. Watch him, ref. Watch him.
Oh!
Oh, he's firing back.
Portillo's
though.
firing back here, man. He's in this.
This kid's got heart.
It's not over yet, Portillo.
Portillo is tough. He's got that dog in him.
No doubt, man. These guys, they come from the same line of fabric here.
Yeah,
There's
they
no
do.
doubt.
I think they just became best friends.
Not yet.
About 30 seconds? How can you not respect a guy after he gives you a fight like this? I like mixing. Oh, man. That came from that body shot. Going low, coming high. Excellent
Look at
job.
this. Oh, my gosh. This is just amazing, man. Right now, the rest of this card has a lot to live up to take this
we
fight
might be
of the
looking
night.
at fight of the night.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, big right hand by Portillo.
Portillo is exhausted, but he's got no quit in him.
10 seconds left. Here we go.
Wow. Outstanding fight. Warriors. fought to the end.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen.
Give it up
That
for those
is how
two
you
young
do
men.
it right there. Wow.
The technique, focus, and skill of Evan, and the
man.
raw grit and determination of Portillo.
That
What
is-
a great fight.
Two tough men right there.
Brought out the best in each other.
think-
Brought out the best in each other.
they left each other hanging there. That was so funny. But I think Evan just said to him, "You are a beast, man."
Yeah.
You know, and that's true. And look, when the big shot came, it was actually right after Portillo looked at him and said, "Come on, let's go."
And they went.
And he sparked something out of Evan right there, and Evan landed a big shot. You and I thought it was over.
It was a walk-off KO. I mean, literally, it was that hard of a shot. That's solid of a shot.
Evan just said it. That's fight of the night. That's
Yeah.
fight of the night.
Hey, you know what? You ain't wrong, Evan. You ain't wrong. If it's not, I can't wait to see what comes next.
Yeah, if there's a fight that's more exciting and
Come on.
more than that, then we in for it.
We're in for it. Yeah.
Way to go, Evan Chabot. That was a beautiful performance there. And my hat is off to one Freddie Portillo because, man, you did not give up. You stayed in that fight. You went the distance with a very game opponent. And hopefully both of you guys tonight celebrate fight of the night.
Got a lot to be proud of you, man. Both of you guys held up really well. Great skill.
And
great,
there he
great,
is
great
with his doctor.
determination.
That's Dr. Jay LeBlanc right there, his parent, and one of my best friends from high school.
Come
it was,
on.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, my gosh, there
Wow.
it is, Mike. Wow.
He is not there. That was a solid. The ref looked like he calling it off. How is that still going?
I don't understand why you called time right there. That was.
There's no time. There's a count.
Is this the same shot again? There it is.
Oh, my gosh. His
God.
eyes are back in his head. That is a knockout. That is
What?
a shot.
So wait a minute. Did the referee call time before the shot? I'd love to see that one more time. Can we play that once again? All right, so here we are.
The referee is talking to him right here.
Time.
He does, and then the shot lands.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
I wonder, one of the shots was the inside of the glove, which technically you should be hit with the knuckles, so maybe that's what he was calling it for? I really didn't see a fraction there, but I mean, again, we're not the man in the cage, so I don't want to second guess him. But that's what happened. So great eye, Jason, a great pickup, because he was calling timeout as the shot. Now, again, neither fighter's problem. They're fighting. The referee didn't put his hands on him or step in the middle, so there's a way to know. The referee's talking to him right now about something. And then here he motions for the clock, and then the shot lands. Now, they're both throwing, too. It wasn't a shot by Evan. They were both throwing at the same time, just Evan landed.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what the referee saw right there. It looked like he was actually, kind of screaming something out to Portillo. I don't
Yeah.
know if there was something Portillo was doing right there, but nonetheless, the referee did call time before that
That's right.
punch was thrown. And, kudos to the referee. He got dropped, but the referee knows he called time before that shot happened, and he can't allow that shot to be a knockdown.
Yeah. That does bring up an interesting question, because obviously Padilla's fine. He's very tough. He was the right guy for this job. But in a situation like that with fighter safety, a man pretty much just got knocked out, and then you're going to wake him up, put him back in. Now, that's not a problem. Portillo wanted to go, so it was the right thing to do. But it definitely is a difficult call when something like that happens.
Well, here's another thing, Mike. Had Evan completely knocked him unconscious,
What do you do then?
Right.
No contest? I don't know.
that would have just been brutal, man.
Yeah.
Because we were given such an amazing performance. So, God, dude, I really once again got to take my hat off to Portillo. I once again have to take my hat off to Portillo because, had he not jumped up and kept going, this whole fight might have a different outcome.
In fairness, neither one of them took unfair advantage of the situation. They were both throwing. It's just that Evan landed. So had the referee not intervened or done anything, that's what would have happened.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But wow, man, what a fight, though, huh?
I don't even know what to say. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, nothing really matters because they got up, they finished the fight. Portillo did a great job just hanging there, being gritty, because that's what he does. And Evan looked fantastic. So, Jason, do we know anything about Joshua Boutwell?
Joshua Boutwell. He may not have an official nickname just yet, but he's been tossing around a few ideas, and one of them being Glow Stick. Yeah, it's actually a playful nod to how pale he is.
I love it.
Yeah, you know, it got a laugh out of me. I admit it. And, you know, I told him, look, you know, it kind of fits. And I've never heard that name before. So, hey, why not, you know?
Shine like a light, Glow Stick. It's your time.
So Boutwell hails from Livingston, Louisiana, and he represents Fight School MMA. Tonight he steps into a kickboxing bout. Though he has already made it clear his long-term goal is to transition into MMA. With over 13 years of karate and taekwondo experience behind him, Joshua says he feels right at home with the striking, and he's ready to put those skills on full display tonight.
All right. You have me a Glow Stick, Joshua.
Somebody's yelling.
Glow Stick!
Somebody's yelling glow stick.
It's going to catch on, man. So I see a merch table coming. I think this dude's going to do good with that name.
Yeah, dude, he's got that fiery red hair too, bro. So, you know.
Hey, the crowd shows up with glow sticks. The whole
Dude,
tournament.
yeah,
Seriously.
Mike, if
He's on to
Joshua
something.
hears this, man,
He's on to something.
he needs to maybe give you a little bit of credit. I wonder if there's any glow sticks back there. I'm
I'll
looking.
tell you what, I'd be passing him out the door if I was his dad.
Yeah, I don't see no glow
If I was
sticks.
his coach. Here,
But
guys.
think about it. Right, and you know, the beauty of a glow stick is you can pop it whenever.
You pop it right as he comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of a sudden, the whole place lights up red.
It's also not metal, so it can it can get into the arena.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I'm saying you should, but you know, hey,
Not saying you
it
should.
is true.
All right, who we got coming up?
Dorian Jones. I don't believe I have anything on Dorian Jones. I'm going to take a quick look here at all my notes. I do not. Unfortunately, I did not get to speak with Dorian Jones. You know, like I said, some guys, they just didn't want to be interviewed.
Back to the PSA of the night. Dorian Jones, you should have came and saw us, man. We'd love to talk about you. We'd love to let people know about you. So for the next CWC, everybody listen to this. Our goal is to have a Bayou for every fighter, guys. Help us help you.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, man, we don't like sitting here saying we got nothing on you. And then for you, when you go back and watch this, there's nothing on you, you know? Like,
I got the Cajun News here. I'll talk about food the whole time.
well, you know, the thing is you know, I want to be able to shout out these guys' camps. I want to be able to talk of their hometown.
That's right.
You know, these are the things that are important.
And that's,
you know?
that's a great point, Jason. It is about them. We want them to shine tonight. But they're representing their hometown, their family, their
Right.
camp, their school. And that's a big deal for, you know, especially someone who comes from a smaller town or a smaller gym. This is their time. This is their moment.
Yeah, and look, and on a bigger stage, you're not going to be able to avoid an interview.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, like, I mean,
A lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, maybe we talk about UFC, but even as far as LFA, you know, they're not going to allow their commentators to not have notes on the fighters. So, yeah, we're just trying to do you a favor, man.
That's right. Do not drop the nickname. All right, you got to get that out with the ring announcers too, guys. You got a winner, man. Let it run. This is a great weight for fighters. Some of the best work's done around this 155-pound range, MMA, boxing, everything. So
You know,
you
when I
might
was a-
see some good skills here.
When I was a kid, there was a guy named Johnny Boutwell who was like one heck of a Taekwondo practitioner.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited to watch this kid here and just to see if this karate background he has is applied in this match.
Yeah. All right, underway, touch the gloves, and here we go.
Right away, a jab side kick, you know, so.
And that is the thing to do. If that side kick gets jabbed or caught, or gets jammed or caught, start throwing your hands. Ooh, a little high
He
kick
does
there.
have this wide karate stance, though, huh?
And he's rocking back and forth to be able to unweight his legs and throw his hips. Good left hand. Side kick, his hips in it on it too.
And that was executed beautifully.
It really was.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, Dorian here is just trying to kind of figure him out. He's composing himself, which I do like. He's got his hands in a good position for
Does.
defense. You know, he's just kind of waiting for his moment.
When you got kicks and punches coming from so many different angles, it is hard to get a read on somebody. Giving you a different look constantly. Oh, it's a good side kick.
Yeah, you know, he's throwing it with his right leg, too, so that means his heel will more than likely end up with the way Dorian's standing, you know, in that liver shot, you know, so, you know, he lands that very,
That's a paralyzing shot.
yeah, very effectively. It could definitely take him away.
Head movement off the kicks. That's another thing about kickboxing. It is hard to move your head because just a lot of time you're on one leg or the nature of the stance. But he's doing a really good job. Glistic's doing a real job of moving his head, changing his levels. A little bit of a left hook, or straight left. I like it. Working the body. Glistic fires back quick, though. So he rocks back on that leg and turns his hip over for his kicks. He's very educated.
Dorian's walking him down, man.
He is.
You know, and that can really tire out a
that's a
fighter.
good left.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Dorian landed a good left hand there. Oh, and a good fires back. Oh, he shoots a single.
You can't do that in kickboxing.
No. Oh, it's a good left hand again. That left hand's finding its home.
Wow.
Glowstick's not
big
picking
right
up that
hand.
side.
That might have rocked Glowstick there.
Oh, that left. You got to watch that left. He's probably start circling away from that left hand. For some reason, he's not picking it up the way Dorian's throwing it. Good
Yeah,
shot.
you know, look, you know, give Dorian some credit there, man. You know, he took some hard hits early on, but kind of stayed composed, like we said. You know, waited for his moment, his timing, and picked his shots. And he might have heard something in there that we didn't hear, you know, which is
right.
maybe just a little bit of breath of air that came out of Boutwell that made him go, all right, this is it, and I'm going to attack.
He got a lot of different looks from Boutwell, but when it got time to do his look, he knew what he wanted to do, and he was very effective with it. Like you said, he was walking him down, but he didn't waste it. When he got where he wanted to go, he went to work.
Absolutely. And here he is. He got him right up against the cage, and he is just throwing. And that was almost bad for him right there. When he dropped his head like that, and Boutwell actually threw that right leg kick.
Yeah.
You know, he was putting his head right in position to get hit in the
been
face.
dangerous.
He's lucky he didn't take the shin to the jaw.
Opponent's his thumb. He's really turning his thumb down on those overhand rights. He's getting it over the shoulder. It's a good shot. And Dorian didn't sit down in between rounds. He stayed on his feet the whole time while he told his coaches. All right, round number 2's underway. Here we go. Do like Boutwell's movement, though.
Yeah, he stays light on his feet, you know.
Does. Different looks, moving his head. If he can keep this range and not take that pressure he took last time and defend that straight left, he's doing good work.
Well, what we're learning about him right now is that he likes to have distance.
Yeah.
You know, and Dorian, I don't know if he picked up on that in the first round, but
Or it's just a style thing.
Once Dorian gets him pinned against the cage, it's very hard for Boutwell to kind of fight off his back there.
Oh, there's that left hook
man.
again.
Yeah, it was big.
Tell you what, young fighters having long hair like that looks good and all, but when you get hit and it flies up in there, there's no doubt that you took a shot.
Oh, speaking of that, Mike.
Good head movement by Dorian as well.
Yeah, it's also why a lot of them like to get it braided before a fight.
It
For
makes
one,
a difference.
keeps the hair out of your eyes, and then two, you're not really showing all the tells to the judges.
That's right. Sometimes it's not as bad a shot as it looks, but when your hair goes flying like that, it makes it look worse than it is.
But I tell you
Although,
what, man.
Somebody's been pretty bad. Say again, Jason?
Dorian is he's just balling up and coming straight forward, and
Yeah.
it's making it very hard for Boutwell to you know, get a breath in. He's having to
crab
fight off
style,
his
George
back.
Foreman defense, crossing his arms. And look at his footwork, too. He's not chasing him. He's cutting off the ring.
Yeah, and he's walking him down. You know.
That's why he's so effective walking him down, because he's not just following him around and giving him the distance. He's moving laterally constantly. So right now the cage feels really small to Glowstick.
I don't know if it's allowed. Oh, that was a big left
Oh, it's a
hand.
good
Oh, it sat him
shot.
down. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if how much Joshua wants at this point. He looks deflated.
And then there's been a little bit of attrition as well as that one shot. See him against the cage. We might be done
It's
here.
over.
Yeah,
It's
good call
over.
by the referee. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, his feet aren't under him. It's inevitable what's to come if he lets that fight keep going.
Well, look, that was an impressive performance by Dorian, man. You know, like you have to credit his composure in there, and I kind of wonder how many fights he had. Like I said, I didn't get to talk to him, so
I'd be curious to know.
yeah, he definitely has experience. This couldn't have been some debut for him because
No.
he didn't just go out there wild. He kind of took some shots early on, waited for his moment, walked Joshua down, and then just implemented his will.
Absolutely. And the act of walking him down, he didn't chase him, he didn't follow him. 'Cause that's a good way to get hit by a guy who likes range. He cut off the ring, he walked him down, and when he got into his pressure position, he landed good shots. It was very, very educated.
And he's not even tired. I mean, look
No.
at him. The mouth is closed.
Yeah. That's I would love to see this kid again. I'd love to learn some more about him.
Yeah, for sure. Hope you fight again here at CWC, Dorian, because
Please
that was
come back,
a
sir.
great match. And at the same time, I hope to see Joshua Boutwell too. Like,
Me too.
He had some really good moments in there. I think he'll take a lot away from this. He'll learn. Probably if anything, I would go back in the gym and kind of learn to fight off the back wall a little bit.
Yeah. Well, he did everything right except tie him up. If you got a guy's walking you down, he gets close, start throwing punches. Put your hand in his chest and wrap him up. Spin him into the cage. Let the referee come get you. You don't have to fight there.
Well, I'm kind of wondering too, Mike. I mean, these were kickboxing matches, but I did not see any type of tie clinch. Is that allowed in this fight, or?
I don't know if you could plumb or not, but you could definitely wrap him up if you want. Like right now, he's backed against the cage. He's on his heels and he's trying to punch back. If you can't get out of there, wrap your guy up. Take the space away. Make the referee come get you out. Even if he wants to take a point from you, it's better than taking those shots.
Well, what I'm thinking too, like I said, if he's able to clinch like that when you're pinned against the wall, it's a great way to bring your hands onto your opponent's neck and bring him down and throw
Sure.
knees.
Oh,
I didn't see
absolutely.
knees thrown out. Like I said, I
didn't
don't
either.
know if you could or not. They did have one thing, maybe one or two to the body, but
in Evans' fight, we saw some knees too. I think it might have just been the style of these two young men.
It'd be interesting, to find out about the amateur kickboxing matches.
Yeah.
Like with amateur MMA bouts, they can't throw elbows.
That's true.
So
That is true. All right, moving on. What we got next?
it looks like we got one of the often most exciting matches on the card, the tag team jiu-jitsu match.
Oh, I'm a fan.
Yeah. Now, we didn't get to talk to these two gentlemen here, but we do have some information on Hancock and Hayes, but I'm assuming this is Elzy and Gonzalez. Wait, Gazalan. Elzy and Gazalan. All right, so yeah, we don't have information on these two young men right here. Yeah. But these look like some lanky boys, though, man. Look at the arm length on both of these boys. Wow.
Made the Darce choke.
Those are certainly helpful in jiu-jitsu.
It's fun to see some new blood in here. I mean, we've been seeing Ty and Corbin dominate at tag team jiu-jitsu, so it's nice to see another generation coming in here.
Yeah, for sure, man. And with Ty making his MMA debut here tonight.
That's right.
Corbin, I guess maybe he's going off to college. I'm sure he's got some things going on.
He's actually here tonight. He came all the way just to support Ty.
That's incredible, man.
Really, I saw them backstage.
Yeah, so it makes me wonder, though, are they going to relinquish those titles, or are they going to keep trying to defend them?
Good question. It's a really good question. Well, let's see if we have some contenders coming up here, if it does get vacated.
All right, so what we can say about these two young men entering the cage right now is we have, let me scroll through here. I know it's Braden Hancock and Jordan Hayes.
I know Braden. He's an extreme MMA, and I actually have trained with him before. A very talented, very hardworking young man.
Oh, here we go. So I know Braden, like you said, he is known as the Last Ronin. He's representing Houma, Louisiana, and he trains at Extreme MMA, 19 years old. And then he's alongside Jordan, who is actually a first-team wrestler at South Terrebonne High School.
Okay.
And he's also making his martial arts debut here at CWC.
So South Terrebonne, I believe, has their inaugural wrestling program starting. It's interesting. We had Vanderbilt recently, now we have South Terrebonne as well. We're really seeing the high schools start wrestling programs in Louisiana, and it's really, really great. All right, here we go. This is a good time, guys. If you haven't seen Tag Team Jiu-Jitsu before, it is everything good about Jiu-Jitsu. It is scrambles and it is submissions non-stop.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is the way to do it. You put your man,
Yeah.
it's almost like grappling with two people when you have them in a corner like that. This is why one man holds you down, the other one jumps on your back, and it just makes for a tough night.
I tell you what, man, I don't think, I think that's Gazalan maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think he understands the rules
Yeah,
here.
you want to get that guy back over to your side of the cage.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're pretty much grappling with two people.
And I say rules. It's not a rule to do that.
Strategy.
But yeah, strategy is certainly in his favor. if he's fighting his opponent on his side
That's right.
next to his partner.
And we've seen that really expertly demonstrated by our champions, by Corbin and Ty. They are experts at that.
That's a great point. Yeah, that's why they're champions.
And that's it. And now the man's on your back, you're not in position to defend, and you're behind the 8 ball straight off.
And here we go. I believe that's the last Ronin right there.
Yeah, he's on the back. He's got both hooks in. And then there's the tap.
Oh, no, it did. The tag. Yes, you're right. I thought you said
Oh,
tap.
I'm sorry, I did say tap. This is the tag. Looking at head and arm, putting a little bit of pressure on him. But like right now, you can tie up the upper body. When you tag, you can jump in on a leg. You know, good
Yeah.
luck defending that when it's already so deep.
Look, they're just going to keep wearing this guy down.
Oh, man, they're just tenderizing him.
Yeah.
Jumps on the neck, a little bit high. He's going to roll him over, and he's going to look for the tag.
Oh, wow.
Right on him.
I think this poor guy's probably thinking about
So much
the
work.
start of this match and going, man, I don't know
That
why.
cradle rolled him over.
I mean, he hunted them down, and they were like, sure.
Braden is cradle
Yeah.
walking him back to the corner. Look at that.
Wow.
That is impressive. And then there we go, and he's right on the back. Oh, we're going to suplex.
Oh, man.
Wow. And there's the choke. We're going
This
to get a
is
tap
it,
out of this
yeah,
one. No! Wow, how resilient. Great job. And he's
Did he get
out
it?
of there.
I don't know if he got him, did he?
No, he got away. That was resilient because he was in the grinder.
Well, it looks like Elsie is going to take his time here and keep things more
Yeah.
in the center or his side of the cage. He's going to be a little
Don't
smart
cross
about it.
that line. Do not cross that line.
Yeah.
Make him come to you. Don't put you back in. He's going to drive you into his corner.
You know, the thing about that is, and I think we've seen it before, is that these guys start trying to stay on their side of the ring.
Yeah.
You know, which that'll be something we have to figure out with these tag team
We have
jiu-jitsu
seen
matches.
a few stalls. It's usually very exciting, but that does become a factor.
Yeah, you know, eventually they'll have to throw in some yellow cards or something,
Yeah.
you know, to make there be a risk for just stalling like that.
Brings it to the break.
He said, come on, right here in the center, let's go.
So yeah, a little bit of a stalemate. Neither one wants to give up the ground. Nobody's gonna cross that line. You're right. Chase has a really good point. We might have.
Yeah, see, now we're seeing it. This is the
Caught on.
this is the part of the sport that you know we knew would eventually happen.
And it is a bit of we saw it coming, but it's been a recent development where we're starting to see. Oh, it just becomes a tug of war match.
Mm-hmm.
But every you know, especially fighting evolves so fast. Yeah, we're just placing play tug of war now. Oh, the crowd is not happy.
Yeah, this is the first time we've heard this much, you know, animosity towards a tag
That's
team
right.
match.
Usually this is just pure excitement. Yeah, there might have to be a yellow card or a penalty, like almost like a wrestling situation where one person goes down, one person goes up. You know, a wrestling position type thing. I'd like this, like the fights play out, but we're playing to the rules now. We're not playing to win.
Yeah, see, at this point, I would give a card to Hancock and Hayes, you know,
Yeah.
because they, you know, this, you know, Elsie here, I hope that's his name.
He seems to be
God.
more aggressive. He seems
Yeah.
to want to get going more.
He's at least stayed in there. He's not tagged out, you know. He's found a way to at least grab one of them.
There we go.
Oh,
that was a good double.
He put himself in a position now. The other guy's like, you got to let me go, bro.
Yeah. That would have been impressive if he submitted by there's another guy mount. There we go. All right, there's going to have to be some figuring out on that, because that's the first time we've seen Booze in a tag team jiu-jitsu match.
They
And
are
it
not
started
happy.
out great. It started out great.
Yeah, look,
But
man.
the second half totally stalled.
All them slams and everything. Listen, Mike, my watch is saying that the sound levels have hit 90 decibels.
And that ain't clapping.
It did not even do that when Evan Chabot and Portillo were fighting.
True.
You know? So
That's true.
that just goes to show you how upset the crowd is right now that they stalled out and it was just this tug-of-war match in the middle of the ring. You know?
And because it has been so exciting in the past, and it has become a crowd favorite to see it stall like that. And let's give credit to both teams. They're doing the best they can. We had some very exciting action in the very first of it, and it makes sense for them to play to a strategy. I think it's more the rule set or the dynamics of the match that has to be figured out, not the athletes themselves.
Yeah, look, LZ and Gonzalez, you know, thankfully kind of made this exciting because they didn't really know the strategy.
Yeah, they went into the grinder.
Yeah, they thought we're going to go in there and bring it to you. And unfortunately, that was their demise.
Yeah.
But once they figured it out, they did play the strategy, and then that's where we saw a boring match.
Yeah, turned into a bit of a stalemate. And there's something very unsatisfying about seeing somebody trying to grab somebody by the ankle and pull them into your side. You know, it's not combative.
Right.
Yeah, I think. It's just. It's common sense, it's intelligence. They're trying to play, their strategy, but there has to be something made up, maybe in the rules or some sort of punishment or incentive to keep that from happening.
Well, all right, man. I guess we're about to see who won this one, Right now, we're just kind of waiting for a decision here.
Yeah, based on the first half of the match, that's the obvious decisions. Nothing really happened after that.
Yeah, I don't think the crowd is booing because they didn't think they won. I think they're booing because, we only saw half of a fight.
Yeah, and then you get the level of excitement they're used to, I totally get that.
Had the match ended the way it started,
oh yeah,
it'd be a whole different crowd right now, That's the thing, too. It's all about timing, right?
Because and we saw good jiu-jitsu, too.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. If the stalemate happened in the first half and what we saw in the second, in the first half happened in the second,
then
this crowd would be ecstatic.
Exactly right. Flip that switch and you have a great match. And I like some of what Braden did. He was actually using a series of cradles to walk his opponent back into his corner. It was really, really creative and interesting. But like you said, it was just backwards. If we'd have ended the match like that, I think everybody'd be on their feet right now.
100.
It was just rolling these cradles as this head and arm and watch him for the flips here, just dragging them. That was actually very, very creative and very, very, very clever.
Well, Mike, the next fight is one I have been anticipating since yesterday.
Oh, yeah? Tell me about it.
If you'd have seen these two young men square off yesterday at the weigh-ins, you'd be like, all right, there is some energy going into this one. Because
you must be talking about Charles Gray and Ty Smith.
Yes. And they almost look like they could be brothers with that beautiful locks of hair they have, But, yeah, these young men here, they put their noses to nose. And I want to say,
all right,
Charles Gray said, all right, let's see what you got.
Well, we're going to find out because what I'm hearing on the street is Ty Smith has really come into his own. He is a problem on the mat these days. He is a wolf puppy that's grown into a wolf, and he's got full strength, and he's really coming into his own power. So I think Mr. Gray is going to get a full measure of what Ty Smith's about. And if he can stand up to that, we're going to see a great fight. But yeah, if nothing else, the hair quality, they both went hands down.
Well, I don't know if Charles Gray's been called out to the cage yet or he's just enjoying his music. But I can tell you what, Charles Gray is known as Hollywood. And at just 18 years, this young fighter out of Texas represents Wolf's Edge Combat Sports. And true to his nickname, he's got a look, man. He's got a great lock of hair. You don't see it now, but he had quite a Hollywood smile yesterday when I was talking to him. And tonight marks his official amateur MMA debut. He's had a few smokers under his belt and even tested himself in a jiu-jitsu competition where he won silver. However, tonight will be the biggest test he's ever had so far because he is taking on a very well-rounded Ty Smith. Now, Gray believes his biggest weapon is his hands. He's planning to keep this fight standing, put on a show, and in his own words, he predicts a first-round knockout. Charles Hollywood Gray is ready to step into the spotlight and make a statement in his debut, and should he do just that, he will have one impressive name on his resume.
Wow. All right. I'm sold. Let's do this. I'm sorry, Jason. Did I miss? Did they say where he's fighting out of?
He is fighting out of Texas.
Okay, great.
I think it was maybe Laredo, Texas. He had said, but
Made a
I
little
cou-
drive for us. We appreciate
couldn't
it.
make it out for sure. But I did make sure to mention Texas, and his team is Wolf's Edge Combat Sports.
Wolf's Edge, cool name. Yeah, I'd imagine we get a little pop from Mr. Smith.
A crowd favorite, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the cage is Ty Smith. Ty is a young 19 years of age from Thibodaux, Louisiana. He is fighting out of Next Generation Martial Arts under his father, the well-respected coach and former fighter, Scotty Smith. With that said, this will be the last time he is known as just Ty Smith. Tonight, he becomes Ty the Assassin Smith. The name was born in the gym where a friend said, "Man, you're an assassin on the mats." And it stuck from there. I've had the pleasure of personally training alongside this young man and even once mentored him in Taekwondo. And I can tell you with certainty, the name is a perfect fit. Ty has been building this moment his entire life, from competing in jiu-jitsu tournaments across the country to taking on national level Taekwondo competitors to stepping into kickboxing matches and even earning a tag team jiu-jitsu championship belt here at CWC. But tonight is different. This is his amateur MMA debut at the adult level. For the first time, he and his opponent can unleash strikes to the head. Ty has a very straightforward game plan. Study his opponent in round 1 and finish him in round 2. He mentioned that he is the utmost respect for his opponent. But in his own words, if I land something clean, he's getting knocked out.
Oof. We're talking about goosebumps now. Come on. I'm ready for this one. Yeah, I got to tell you, this is one of the fights on the card that I've been really, really looking forward to. See Tigers pacing in that cage, man. They're ready to go.
There's just a wild energy in the room right now.
You feel
Mike.
that,
Yeah.
right? You feel that.
I know if there's
Me too.
people watching at home, it's exciting. But if you are here,
It is electric. There's a buzz in there right now.
and Charles Gray got some fans in his own
Yeah.
right. You know, I heard some claps here, man. So bravo to those who traveled out here to see Charles compete.
We appreciate you. Look how the pacing's matched. They're just right across from each other, back and forth.
I think what will be the edge here for either one of these guys is the guy who comes out most composed. Because if you run in with that kind of energy,
And there's some energy in this room. So, yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Jason.
I'm nervous, Mike.
I know. I feel it. All right, here we go.
I think Ty's just picking his shots here. He's probably going to try to set up the takedown.
Because that Mr. Gray has a little bit of the length on him.
So far, both guys seem pretty composed. I'm
Yeah.
actually impressed with that.
For the hyperbole yesterday, they came out. They're being professional right now.
Ty's actually got his eyes right in the center of his opponent's
Same
chest.
thing. You see how focused they are, and
Yeah.
they're right on target.
That is
Not
actually
moving.
the best place to look.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your peripheral picks. You don't want to look at anything, but you want to see everything.
Yeah,
And by looking at the chest, your peripheral picks up all those movements from the shoulders and the hips. Oh, it's a good straight right from Gray.
I thought he caught him with a counter right there, huh?
Look that way.
Oh!
All right, we're in deep on the hips.
That's what Ty needs
Good
to
timing.
do. That was some good striking by Charles, though. Good.
It was solid. So this is where Ty wants to be right now. Collect himself, shake out the cobwebs, save a little energy.
Charles would probably it'd be in his best interest to try and get one of those underhooks right there.
Yeah, turn him.
I don't know why we're
Turns
looking
back
at
on the
these
cage.
people with. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you. Ty's actually squared him up, pushed him flat into the cage, and that's actually what shoulder squares to be harder for him to spin off.
Yeah, this is
From
some
Mr.
good
Gray
pressure
spin off.
right here. He's got his shoulder right
Yes,
into
sir.
him. You know, he definitely wants to get the takedown. I know that's going to be his bread and butter if he goes there. But, Gray's doing a great job
He
of,
is.
keeping balance and staying on his feet.
As Ty reaches down to scoop his hips, he keeps scooping his arms and pulling them back up, and he's stalling and he's shutting down those takedowns. His feet are very close together, though. If he does drop down, he's going to lock his legs behind him. And he's going to dump him.
Yeah, like
Or
I
lock his
said,
arms behind him.
Charles he's got like an outer underhook almost,
Yeah.
and he's keeping Ty from pulling him to the ground. But it would favor him to go for an actual underhook. It looks like Ty's going to get it. Wow,
Oh, great defense by Gray.
that is quite the balance there.
Ty's going to have to lock his hands behind this guy's hips because his balance is too good. Charles is doing a very, very good job defending himself against the cage. He's tried to kind of like turn him, kind of a little knee check to turn him backwards. But again, Charles is very sturdy on his feet, very well balanced.
Ty's definitely kept the pressure all if not most of this round here.
Yeah.
Whoa, both guys, big swings right there. Oh,
I give credit to Ty there. He heard the clap and he decided I got to score some points, so he pulled back and threw some hard shots.
yes.
I still got to give the round to Gray though. I mean, those some hard shots that he landed.
Yeah, look, I mean, at the
Got to
end
score
of the
the
day,
damage.
Ty definitely had that pressure there, pinning him against the cage, but, the significant strikes came from Charles Gray there in the round.
I think so.
I'm sure Scotty's got a lot to tell Ty right here on how to execute in this next round. But yeah, I would agree, Mike. I'd probably give round one to Charles Gray.
Yeah. Gray did what he said he was going to do. He delivered on those strikes. Ty did what he was supposed to do. After they took a hard shot, he used his jiu-jitsu to nullify that striking. And surprisingly, Gray was better against the cage at keeping his balance and defending himself than I think Ty expected him to be. So we have a really well-matched fight here.
And what we also got to keep in mind is that this is both of their debuts
Oh, that's an excellent
at
point.
the adult level,
Wow.
Yeah.
Both these guys pulled a hard card for their debut.
I'm telling you, right?
Nobody did them any favors. Round two, this crowd is into this, and how can you not be? We have a great fight here at CWC 38.
Well, we're obviously Charles is probably going to want to continue to strike here, keep
Absolutely.
the distance, but I think we may, if anything, see Ty to go for a leg. He probably
Yeah.
will charge him for a takedown at some point, and
Touched up at the beginning of the round. I think we definitely are earning each other's respect. Good head movement by Ty, 'cause that was a committed right hand from Gray. Oh, okay, he catches another left.
whoa!
Oh, look at that head movement from Ty, though.
There
Good
we
right
go,
hand,
big
good
shots.
right hand.
Oh my gosh, come on, guys.
These gentlemen are swinging. You can tell we're not looking at a normal debut here because during the shot, as they're coming forward, they're throwing punches. They're doing more than one thing at once. It's very, very high level.
Yeah, look, I tell you what, Charles is definitely well-rounded with his striking. That was
Yes,
a
sir.
beautiful spinning hook kick. Thankfully for Ty, that did not land. But Ty was quick enough to throw a counter roundhouse just after he landed.
He slipped it like it was a punch and threw a counter. It
Yeah.
was really, really good. He must have had a great Taekwondo coach. Ty again with good pressure against the cage. This is where he needs to make an ugly, dirty fight here, and then eventually work to that takedown. I think this is in his best interest.
This is certainly the toughest fight I think Ty has ever been in.
100%.
And of all the things that I've seen him do, this is the toughest fight.
Yeah.
But he is a dog, man. He is definitely pushing against him.
He's going to keep throwing himself, so he's going to throw himself into the fire.
Look at this.
There he goes.
He got it.
That
There's
was
the
it.
takedown.
When his hands get clasped, he will get that takedown. That's exactly what he needed.
This is his strong point, Mike. Yeah.
That chin, oh, there's a nice pass. So looking for Gray to kick off that fence and try to spin out. Ty getting good pressure, controlling his hips, keeping them nice and square. The whole last round, that's what Gray did, is he kept Ty from being able to put his hands together behind his butt. As soon as those palms touched, that takedown was inevitable.
But look, he's pushing his forearm into his neck now that allowed him to get top position. He's in full mount. He is throwing the ground and pound here,
And
Mike.
he get butts to the head here.
This could get stopped. The referee's in close. It's
That is
over.
a wrap.
And
What
just
a great
like that,
fight.
Ty Smith pulls out the TKO win here in the second round at CWC 38. What an impressive debut. And like they say in the gym, that's why they call him the assassin, because on the mats is where he is a dog.
And there's a great show of sportsmanship.
Now look, hat is off to Charles Gray, and I think Ty knows it too. He has the utmost respect for this young man. Charles Gray is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Ty had to do what he did because Charles Gray was so good. Ty usually comes out and does what Ty wants to do, but today Ty did what he had to do. And that showed the versatility that he has, the intelligence that he has, but rather than come out and just dominate and impose his will, he reacted to a very strong competitor and then used the skill he had to find a way to win.
Wow, what an incredible fight, you know. I mean, if we hadn't already seen Evan Chabot and Portillo out, you know, that would probably be fight of the night right there. You know,
Not wrong.
Look
Not
at
wrong.
these kids throw, man. Oh my gosh.
This is, either one of these guys to pull each other for a debut is incredible because their next fight will not be this hard. Their next opponent will probably not be this good.
You're probably right.
Well done, Ty Smith. And Mr. Gray, go home with your head held high, and we hope to see you again because you, sir, are a talented fighter who brought the best out in this young man as well.
Look at him. He's got to be feeling great. And look, there was a lot of pressure on Ty.
There was.
You're here in your own hometown. There's
Yeah.
tons of people here to
Dad's
support
in the
you.
corner.
Your dad is in your corner. You're wearing your dad's gym on your shirt. You know, that's a lot of pressure for anyone for their debut. You know, their debut. But like you said, Mike, you know, I don't think I'll see them, either one of these young men, have a tougher fight than that for their second fight. It's
No.
going to be hard.
No.
You know, if not, then they're just picking the roller deck of, you know, kings and aces.
They are cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
They drew the reflections out here today. And you saw a guy who was well versed on his feet and wanted to get his way. The clinch was the neutral ground. And in the first round, Gray did a great job of keeping Ty from collapsing his hands and taking him down. The second round, Ty adjusted. As soon as those palms touched, it was inevitable that he would get the takedown. And then they were in Ty's world. But it was really great to see Ty not be able to just go in there and do exactly what he wanted, but to do what he had to do. Incredible performance.
Yeah, yeah. There he is walking right in front of us. One Ty Smith right here. Wow. Yeah, we saw that. He just said that he hits really hard. Well, apparently you can take a punch, my dude.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, somebody's yelling.
Give a little pie out of the crowd.
Yeah, and so look, you know, the one thing I gotta say, you know, I was saying, look at these kids throw. These are young men, but at the end of the day, Mike, I think you and I are both saying these are still kids.
Yeah,
You know, like they're, I mean, 19 and 18 years old. That's a kid, man. You're not even close to your potential yet. Your prime. I'd say for me, I felt most primed in my 30s.
I'm waiting for my prime to come.
There you go. You know, you're a late bloomer, but you know.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, you know, that was an incredible fight, and right now, right in front of us, we're seeing Ty just shake hands with all of his friends and
He's
family.
all in court, man. This
Yeah.
whole arena's here to see him.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the greatest feeling he's ever had in his life. You know.
Like you said, he carried a lot of pressure, a lot of weight, and they put him up against a tough guy. He dug deep, he got hurt, he made adjustments, and he delivered.
Yeah, that was so awesome. I mean, we can see right here, this is where he's applying pressure against the wall. You know, he kept one good shoulder in, threw some right hands, then they just went flying.
Look at that great head movement by Mr. Wolf, though.
Yeah.
He's pulling his head back, he's moving his head, he's got great eyes, he's got great depth perception, he's using his range.
Look, that was the end of round one. Look at Charles Gray. He was pumped after the end of round one.
Charles Gray liked what he saw.
Yeah.
He saw on the, you know, Ty was throwing back, but he liked his range. He liked his chances on the feet. He said he believed in his hands, and he showed why. He's talented.
Yeah, you know, that was just a fun fight, man. That was just so much fun.
And that was a chess match. For as athletic as these kids are, as gifted as they are, it's not their physical prowess that won that fight. It was their skill, the years and years on the mat, their ability to think and to solve problems and to see when something's not going how they want it to go, to find a way to make it go how you want to go.
Yeah, you know, look, I've had many years of training over at Next Generation Martial Arts. It's an amazing gym. A lot of just, you know, dogs in that gym. And I remember early on when I started there, Ty was only like 14. And there was a day he came to lunch class, and he would roll with some of the adults. And I'll never forget, he got on top of me, and I had to use my man strength to get him off. I didn't know what to do technically to get this little kid off of me. And I was like, man, so, I had a good feeling if he got this fight to the ground, Charles was going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
And, he did. He implemented his will, and, I guess he lived up to the assassin tonight.
And Charles Gray is the opposite side of that coin, because on his feet, he was doing what Ty was doing on the ground.
Look at that beautiful spinning hook kick. Did you see that?
Technically superb. Yeah. And the way he's moving his head, the way he's throwing his punches and keeping his range, he's every bit as sophisticated as Ty was on the ground. Now, Ty can strike with him, and Charles can grapple with him. But you can see where the strengths are, and you can see the battle was who could go to their strength.
I mean, look, Charles starts getting really good ground game under his belt.
Yes.
He is going to be a force, and that's why it's beautiful for him that he drew Ty Smith in his first fight, because this is really going to excel him further into his career.
They got to fight each other again, but I'll tell you what, Charles Smith, if you're going to be in town for a while, you and Ty should actually train together. I think you could help each other striking, and I think he could help you grappling. And I think you guys are both the future. It's super, super impressive.
That was fun. That was so much fun.
So fun.
Yeah, for a couple, 18, 19-year-olds, we witnessed a one hell of a fight.
And it was as delivered. I mean, Charles said, my hands are my strength, and I'm coming to get a knockout. And he tried. Charles was doing a great job. Every time Ty would drop down, he'd pull his hands up. When he did drop down, get the legs, he spread his legs so he couldn't lock his hands. He was able to turn his hips and put a foot down when Ty would try and dump him. He had a lot of answers for that. The difference was when Ty locked his hands. Once his hands were locked and he couldn't spread his feet anymore, Ty could elevate his hips. It was all over. And then at full mount with Ty Smith on your chest and punches to the head.
I just want to point out something real quick, Mike, while we got the camera on it. That was the end of the fight there. And, Charles was doing a great job of actually covering up. I mean, he was taking some damage, but he was definitely defending. And I want to point out, some people might think, well, he wasn't out of the fight. The referee stopped it. But if you look at Charles's body language once the ref pulled Ty off, he did not dispute that ending at all.
And there's two reasons that's why the correct decision. One, that is not an intelligent defense. If someone is sitting on your chest and all you can do is put your hands up, you're not pushing on the hips, you're not turning to the side, you're not wrapping them up and trying to open roll them over, you're not really offering a defense, you're just offering a barrier. Second of all, let's remember, these are young men, this is their debut, and this is amateur MMA. Even though they are punching to the head, we are going to err on the side of caution and safety for the fighters. So in that situation, we're not looking for somebody to get busted up, we're not looking for a knockout, we're looking to get them out before any real damage is done, especially in a dominant position like that. So I think the referee did a perfect job.
Yeah, well, and the other thing to throw in there is that it's not the referee's job to figure out who's going to win the fight.
Absolutely.
Their job is to protect the fighters.
That's right. And you're in a position where you're no longer intelligently, he's defending himself, but he's not intelligently defending himself. He's not putting forth something that's going to allow him to escape. He's just prolonging the inevitable. So the referee did the right choice. And again, these are young men, and we're always going to err on the side of caution. When they're adults, and this is the UFC, and it's for a championship, we'll let it keep going then.
And there he is, Ty Smith, your winner.
I can see the look in Charles's eyes. He didn't expect to lose that fight. As Ty's hands go up, you see him look across, he's in a little bit of shock. He didn't come here to lose tonight.
Yeah, look, man, when I talked to him yesterday, he spoke with the utmost confidence. And sometimes too, when you know a fighter and you've been around them and you see what they're capable of, it's hard to think that someone's going to go in there and test them that hard,
That's right.
And that's just not knowing anything about Charles Gray. And, if there's one thing I'm going to take away from tonight is I know the name Charles Gray.
I know the name Charles Gray.
Yeah, he came in here and he implemented what he wanted to do in that first round. And look, had he not gotten taken down in the second, I mean, who knows if he doesn't walk away with a decision? I mean,
I think
it was a close fight.
If he held that ground, they held his ground for the second round, that third round would have been a dogfight because neither of them were going to give an inch. They both wanted to win, and it would have been all on the line there. So had it gone to a third round, who knows?
And, you know, that's why, too, I think it would be nice to have the clock right here for us, you know, just so we...
I'm right here, boss man. I got this, yeah.
You know, you see 30 seconds, you see 20 seconds, and you know where the fight is. It definitely it adds to the excitement.
Well, it looks like we took a little break here, but we will be heading into what seems and feels like the main card this evening. Although I think I would have to say that would be the start of the main card because that was a much anticipated fight and it lived up to all the hype. But, you know, moving forward, I know we do got a few pro fights here. You know, once Paul Hingle and Daniel Angel get through their flyweight championship bout, you know, Cody Simmons and Moses Opoza is a professional fight. Robert Lincoln Rance Ward is a professional fight. And then we have our main event, which is Borkowski versus Williams.
All right, well, let's take a little break. We're going to be back before you know it. Everybody at home, this is your chance. Go get a drink, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, and come back because it's been a great card all night, and it's about to get even better.
Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We got so much more action ahead.
See you in a few.
We didn't even realize they
At Nichols, we honor those who served, and we are proud to call them colonels. Our student veterans bring strength, leadership, and dedication to Nichols campus. Your next mission starts here. Learn more at nichols.edu/veterans. At Nichols, we honor those who served, and we are proud to call them colonels. Our student veterans bring strength, leadership, and dedication to Nichols campus. Your next mission starts here. Learn more at nichols.edu/veterans. At Nichols, we honor those who served, and we are proud to call them colonels. Our student veterans bring strength, leadership, and dedication to Nichols campus. Your next mission starts here. Learn more at nichols.edu/veterans. At Nichols, we honor those who served, and we are proud to call them colonels. Our student veterans bring strength, leadership, and dedication to Nichols campus. Your next mission starts here. Learn more at nichols.edu/veterans. At Nichols, we honor those who
All right, everybody, welcome back. CWC 38 as we get ready to go with our main card. We're going to be looking at a featherweight MMA bout, and we got Charles Clark coming to the cage. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any background information on Charles Clark. Again, Charles, you can get with us before these events so we can put you to let people know a little bit about you. But we will be going against Joshua Dunbar. I want to thank everybody for joining us as we start our main event. We have an action-packed card tonight. So far, everything has lived up to the hype, and we're just getting started with our pro bouts. All right, we got Charles into the cage.
Dunbar.
Joshua Dunbar, now making his way to the cage, is Joshua Mr. Showtime Dunbar. At 26 years old, he represents St. Martinville, Louisiana, which he proudly calls home to the best food in the world. We'll see what Jason says about that. Fighting out of Flash MMA in Lafayette, Dunbar brings an impressive 4-1 with 4 amateur MMA bouts and 1 kickboxing fight under his belt. He gives himself a true all-around fighter. Dunbar is confident whenever or wherever the fight may go. Whether it is standing or on the mat, his focus is simple. Seeing his hand raised with it all said and done, when asked how he plans to make it happen, his answer was short and sweet. Don't miss the show and bring the popcorn. You hear that, Jason? Mr. Dunbar over here says that St. Martinville, Louisiana, proudly calls it, which he probably calls home, has the best food in the world.
Yeah, brother, I've been out there, man. They do got some good food. And thank you for taking that there, Mike. I got caught up doing some photos over there.
Oh, we know how it is with you. We know how it is with you.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, oh, man. But,
Let me tell you the best thing. Well, there's so many great things about doing the fights with you. But when it's all over and it's time to go home, you absorb all the crowd for me and I slip out the back. It works out great. I never get stuck in traffic as long as I got Jason around.
You know what, man? I've always been like a see it to the end type of guy. Even when I was young and going to a Saints game when they were terrible, it's like I'd watch people leave and I was like, there's still time left.
That's right.
But I didn't understand that leaving early mentality.
And I'm the come early guy too, because when you see fights and boxing and you see those empty seats for those prelim fights, that drives me crazy, man. I never miss a fight.
Oh, amen, brother. Yeah. Hey, did you do the VIP UFC fight for Dustin Poirier?
I did not. We did a party at the house for that one.
Now, I will tell you this. If you ever do that, it's kind of hard to go watch the prelims.
Spoiled, huh?
Yeah. What it is this backstage thing of like...
First, fighting out of the blue corner, we have fighting under head coach Thomas Webb. He weighs in at 143.5 pounds with a record of 1 win, 2 losses. Fighting out of Core UFC Gym in Sherwood, Baton Rouge, this is Charles Illuminati Clark. And in the red corner, we have, weighing in at 145.8 pounds, with a record of 3 wins, 1 loss. He is affiliated with Flash MMA out of Lafayette, Louisiana, and fighting out of Texas, USA, this is Joshua Dunbar.
And I tell you what, that Raging Fighting Championship, they put on one heck of a card.
I got to make it out there to one of those.
It's fun, man. They do a great job. All right, here we go. We got one Charles Clark against one Joshua Showtime.
We are
Mr.
underway.
Showtime Dunbar. Whoa. Clark coming out quick with a bunch of jabs in the right hand. Dunbar goes for the takedown. He's got him pinned against the wall here.
Clark slips that underhook in there. He's preventing the takedown. So you got, not for long, though. Even with the underhook. Definitely was able to complete that takedown. Got the knee on the shoulder. Got to watch the triangle, but he's isolating that leg, so he should be okay. Actually, it might solidify his pass if he wants to move to that side.
Joshua
lot of
even
pressure.
has Mr. Showtime on his shorts.
He wants that triangle bad, but he's so crushed up against the cage. I don't see him being able to move away to get it.
I don't know if
he gets that ankle free. Yeah, he stepped over the leg. He's controlling that leg, really pushing down on that side to prevent that triangle.
I don't know if you understand what I'm going to say here. I imagine you would. You're a lifelong martial artist. You train with many people, but both these gentlemen have what I like to call skinny strong.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, they're just lanky and
It's
skinny.
them levers,
but they're
man. Them levers are strong.
Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy next generation named Trep. If Trep happens to watch this broadcast, I'm going to give him all kind of credit. The dude is he's a lanky dude, but gosh, he feels like Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, that is a real thing. All right, flattened out, inside control, heavy hips on top, trying to isolate an arm and land some shots.
Oh, full mount here.
Wow, we missed that. We went to a nice crowd shot there, but we missed the full mount. But, man, his hips are in deep, man. That's a solid mount. Double grapevines. Now, it makes it a little bit harder to reel up and punch, but you have a lot of pressure and a lot of control from this position. So I don't know if he's going to be hunting like an Americana. But, yeah, he's going to have to scoot up on his knees and armpits to start landing some shots. So we'll probably start seeing some punches coming now. Doing the right thing to roll over. Now, that high mount makes it a little bit harder for the choke. He's got
He's got it, though.
He's got it.
Oh, yeah, he's got him flattened out, Mike.
Look at the legs are up in the air. That's
Oh, yeah.
He got to his side, though. He got to his side. Great defense. That was not looking good there for a minute.
Dude, great job by Charles Clark, just to kind of stay composed in that position and slide out.
Legs back in there. That was an excellent job because when your hips are isolated like that, your legs go up in the ground, up in the air, it's usually about over. But when you're skinny strong, you find a way out. Potential for an armbar there. And no more.
Well, it looks like we're going to see round two. It was a very tight exchange here of grappling between these two men. It'll be interesting how they come out in the second round because, it looked like Charles there, he came out very quick with some striking, some very fast jabs, then an overhand right. And then from there, we saw Dunbar kind of take it to the ground, And what we saw was just, a display of two men who, enjoy ground. But there it is again, a bunch of jabs. And, like I said, Joshua Dunbar immediately went for the takedown and gets the fight to the ground.
He actually powered through a lot of things that should have made it hard to get a takedown. He had underhooks, but he still powered through it. There was a threat of a triangle, but he pressured through that. Got a good mount, grapevines, back pressure. He definitely had solid pressure and solid dominance on the ground, and it was his opponent's aggression that made that takedown happen. So a little more composure, a little more feeling out in the second round may make it a little bit different, but the measure on the ground was pretty obvious.
Hey, Joshua Dunbar seems like the type of guy who's just frustrating to roll with.
Right.
When you're on your back, and you're trying to,
Nothing's easy.
Yeah, you can't pull an arm over,